Hey guys, we are live. Mike with Fights with Friends here on Mike Reviews It All. It has been 24 hours since Bellator 207, and here we are for Bellator 208. It seems like a long journey since this heavyweight tournament began, and here we are. Fedor, the Last Emperor Emelianenko versus Chael, the American Gangster Sonnen, for the last position in the UFC, or excuse me, Bellator. I wish UFC would do a Grand Prix. In the Bellator Heavyweight Grand Prix, the winner will, of course, face last night's winner, Matt Mitrione. Was dominated by Ryan Bader in a 3-round decision last night. Ryan Bader goes on to the championship, and he will face the winner of Chael Sonnen and the heavily favored Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor's about a plus 260. He's about a 2.5 to 1 favorite. Let's just say that. So, I am excited, though. Last night was a good night. I think tonight will be a better night, to be honest. So, I want to know what you guys think. What's everybody's predictions so far for this? A lot of people already here in the chat room. What's up, D. Brown says, looking forward to this evening's event. Arcade Chaos can't wait. The Roofman L was just on Russian stream and chat was going so fast you couldn't read. Like during Khabib's, it's 4 a.m. fight time for them and so many awake. Crazy. Arcade Chaos says, let's go. I hope Fedor Emelianenko knocks the big mouth out. Say I'd swallow it, Awad. Kongo, Kongo, Kongo. What's up, Robert? It's 9 here. Nice. Do you send the gloves UPS or my U.S. Postal Service? U.S. Postal Service, sir. Oh, I say I meant UPS or Postal Service. Send the gloves so I can keep a lookout. Yes. Your local postal service. So, Kongo and Fedor. Big night, Alex Alexander. What's going on? The one, the only Dutch guy of MMA Newsroom is in here. Says, comedic genius for the knockout tonight. Comedic says, the Pollock himself. How are you, brother? Hey, I am doing great, man. How are you guys doing? Anyone know how many fights are actually on the card? There are, I believe it's 5 fights on the main card. I'm actually logging into the fights right now. Yes, Benson Henderson, and even though Benson's about a 5 to 1 favorite tonight, this is not a gimme fight for him by any stretch of the imagination. He has a tough opponent tonight in Awad, 23-9. They had talked about a championship. I'd heard something about a championship match with Awad, and he said he wanted Benson Henderson first. He's on an impressive 4-fight winning streak. Includes Zach Freeman and J.J. Ambrose among the victims. So I do expect Benson to pull that off, but he's not going to have an easy night. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. And check Kongo. It's we're looking at even odds on that fight. Very close to even odds. I believe the last time the odds mayor came out, he was actually just a slight underdog. Like minus 120 to former UFC fellow alumni Timothy Johnson. So a little surprising to hear that. News, my signature move, punch to the taint. Oh, jeez. Oh, I missed RS. RS in the room. What's up? Fedor by armbar. Mark my words. What's up, Dutch guy? Says Robert. Benson Henderson. What's up, Robert? Congrats for winning the gloves, brother. Yes, everybody congratulate Robert again. He won those Conor McGregor gloves. And they could take a little while to get to you from here. We have some funky... I got a funky mail system here in Lake Stevens. I've seen things. Hopefully it's not as bad getting out. Getting in, I've seen they'll send things. I've seen it go to Snohomish. The last thing I was waiting for eBay went to Snohomish, which is a city that's just connected to me. And then it went to Seattle, and then I'm following on the timestamp thing. And then it went to Issaquah, which is like 40 miles from Seattle, then back to Snohomish, then to Lake Stevens. I almost thought it wasn't going to get to me. A goofy mail carrier somewhere. The T is back. Sod's a big dude. Yeah, he is big for that weight. I'm back. What's up, Dave Peterson? How you doing, Leslie? Shout out from Australia. What's up in Australia? X-Style X. So excited to see the Kongo fight tonight, and said no one ever. You're not entertained by Czech Kongo? Come on, man. He was in one of the most legendary fights in UFC history. Dutch guy, you as an MMA commentator and historian, how can you say that after the legendary Czech Kongo Pat Barry fight? And that was an absolute classic. What's up, Dave Peterson? I like beer. You like beer, Kavanaugh? Hey, everyone. I like beer. And just for the record, I don't sexually assault women. And that's the end of Fights with Friends. Signing off. No, just... I know, that was horrible. I actually had an employee today, and don't worry, I'm not going towards politics with this, but I thought you guys just would think this was funny. So this is an employee I met in a store. He was a vendor for another company, a friend of a friend, but I met him today. And so he comes up to me, and the first thing this guy says to me, not, hi, my name is so-and-so, how you doing, nice to meet you, anything like this. Literally, the first thing this guy says to me is, who are you voting for in 2020? And then he says, Trump or communism. And I said, that's the best way to alienate 50% of the people out there by coming up with that question. So I just thought you guys would appreciate that. And it looks like we got guys out there right now. Henry Corrales 15-3 versus Andy May 12-3. Apparently they started this quickly. These guys are already in the second round. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know who these guys are. This was the one fight on this card. I seen it, and I'm just like, I don't know. So if there's something exciting, I'll call it. But Oh, jeez. Yeah, I like Kongo too, TGN. Sonnen is kind of small for heavyweight. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know what he ended up weighing in at, but Fedor looks like he has Down syndrome in that background. Is that not the most ridiculous suit that Chael Sonnen's wearing? They asked him about that suit, and he said he felt like a fool wearing it. I just assumed when I seen him in them that was his idea. Apparently it wasn't. He said that he stole the suit when I was watching. He took it home and put it in his bedroom. He said so they could never make him wear it again. He said he might wear it on Halloween, but never again for a promotion. Watching these fights with my boys, hopefully I get money. I hope you get some money too, Dave Peterson. Hey, I like beer and I like money. Not my fighter, bro. It was a good fight, though. Thanks to MMA Newsroom. First thing I had ever won. Well, I'm glad it's the first thing you ever won on here. Who you got for the main, Dave? The TJN, gonna get kicked out of your own room. Comic Genius, I like beer. Crash course in brain surgery. I think Fedor will win. He's still the GOAT since Pride. You did a good job, brother. So you deserve them. They are really not anywhere on sale. Yeah, he was... to remind us, I think Robert was like 10 seconds off from the finish. I mean, you couldn't have got it any closer without being a psychic. I mean, he would... I can't even remember what the exact time was now, but I know you were like eerily close. You need a new vendor ASAP. What's up, unemployed Murray Yawasaki? Give him the old boot. Yeah, I was, to be honest, that kind of creeped me out a little bit. I mean, I was like, that is such a weird conversation opener. I got Fedor also on the main. My predictions are not very accurate last week's. I also have Fedor on the main, and I'm going to do a little switch. And like I said, you know, in betting, you have up until like an hour before or something to switch. The last time I switched predictions, I ended up being right. I am switching after sleeping on this, listening to some podcasts, listening to it. I had said Chael Sonnen. I have since switched to Fedor. I think the weight advantage is going to end up being a big advantage for Fedor. What's up? Shout out from the UK to Sergio Biscuits. What's going on in the UK? Fedor's been the GOAT since Pride, but I think it's Chael Sonnen's moment. He definitely could pull it out. Yeah, I've been hit or miss. What's up, Sergio Biscuits, for the shout out? Look like from Rocky. That's what I was thinking. And why is he wearing the Apollo suit? That's what I want to know. He's going against the Russian. And if I know you guys remember Rocky, if you go back to Rocky, the Russian kills Apollo. The Russian was Drago. What was Chael Sonnen thinking, agreeing to get into that outfit? What a jinx. So that's what I based my decision on and changing my mind, is on that suit. No, not really. A few other things, but that is an amazing suit, said Robert. I can't wait for all these fights. Better card than UFC, in my opinion. This is a very good card. Last night's, you know, was a decent card on paper. Congratulations to the one and only Ryan Bader, RS's boyfriend, on defeating Matt Mitrione. And tonight's card, I think, is even better. He should have felt like a fool. It does everything for the money. Anyone nowadays. So what kind of legacy is he going to leave? Yeah, man, I don't know if Bellator paid him extra money or what the deal was, but yeah. He looks goofy. Benson Henderson versus Awad, 155. Czech Kongo versus Timothy Johnson, 265. Thank you, Nizam. Alexander Shlemenko. Shlemenko. I know how to pronounce that name. Versus Anatoly Tokov, 185. And Henry Corrales versus Andy Main at 145 pounds. Paulo Creed wore it better. Yes, he did. We just all have to remember it was a funeral suit. Will Chael Sonnen's career be buried tonight? Henry Corrales versus Andy Main at 145 right now. Now on. Creed did wear it better. 3 seconds off. MMA Newsroom, nice graphics. Jeez. I heard you, Dutch guy. That's because the hat actually fit Creed. It doesn't fit his big head full of his self-cranium. What's up, Mario? Fedor Bicep. I'm actually fans of both guys. I'm fans of Chael in a little different way. I think he's a better smack talker than Connor. I actually, maybe it's because it's been longer, but actually I have a little more respect for it. Chael, not the most entertaining fighter, though, over his career. He has been successful, especially in the second half of his career. Coming off a win over Rampage Jackson. He's also beaten Vanderlei Silva since he came into Bellator. All older guys, but now Chael is older as well. Fedor by sub, TJN. What's up, Dutch guy? First thing I ever won in anything I've entered. Damn. You sound about as lucky as me, Robert. Fedor, 3rd round KO. Chill, brother. Did Herb Dean call you already? Oh, wow. Right hand. I missed it. It is all over. Henry Corrales finishes Andy Main. So anybody knows who Henry Corrales or Andy Main are, I'll go through the highlights. Sorry, I was reading the comments on that one. I honestly had no idea who either one of these guys were. No disrespect. Big, right hand misses. Oh, and then the left hook right on the chin. From Corrales, right on the chin of Andy Main, and he buckles down to his knees, crumbles to the ground. Henry Corrales swarms, throws a hammer fist that doesn't land, and then a body shot. May have been a little bit of an early stoppage. It's a little hard to see how much Andy Main was hurt. He definitely was rocked. I mean, he was floored. He was not out, and Corrales didn't land a lot of punches afterwards, but I think Bellator is just kind of like, yeah, nobody knows who these guys are. Let's move it along. No, I'm not sure. Great shot from Henry Corrales, though. What's good, Mike? What's up, Lone Wolf? I once won an ETD from the Bunny Ranch. ETD, you mean STD? I got Fedor knocking out Chael in the second. Lone Wolf. I have Fedor knocking out Chael in the 3rd round. So we'll see how smart we are. Apollo got killed, literally. Nope, I'm currently reffing Backyard Hood Fights. He wants it to become Rocky. Unemployed Yamasaki. Hi, how long till Chael versus Fedor? There's 3 fights between now and then, so depending on how long those fights last. What's up, Kenny Michael? Versus DC Super fight has started being discussed. Beta versus DC. That's not going to happen. I'll tell you what has happened, though. There's been a lot of news today. Bellator President Scott Coker said he is open to champion versus champion promotion fights with Japanese promotion Ryzen. And he's already mentioned throwing his bantamweight champion, Darian Caldwell, out there to fight Ryzen's champion. If you remember back in the day, UFC sent their champions over one time for a tournament over there in Pride. And they sent Chuck Liddell over to Pride, and he got knocked out, I believe, from Rampage Jackson. I know he lost. Uncle Sam called, said he wants his suit back. That is a great one, Mario. That will not happen in the coming 1.5 hours. Khabib to Bellator for $2 million plus. He can bring his buddies. Henry Corrales versus Andy Main. Oh, yeah. Looks like Uncle Sam Chester's the molester's stepbrother. Oh, Jesus. That's harsh. All right. Thank you, Dutch Guy, for the updates. What fight is in right now? Laughing at the man with the beard. I'm not sure what the order is. Henry Corrales just won right now. It looks like it should be next fight probably should be Alexander Shlemenko versus Anatoly Tokov. They have not said, though. A lot of times they move this order around, so I'm just kind of waiting for them to call it. Hey, what's up, JT? Hey, Mike, it's not super relevant, but man, Khabib is such a savage. Did you hear he had seizures before the fight and didn't mention it because he didn't want an excuse? No, I didn't. That actually seems pretty relevant. That dude is a beast. And that is crazy. Henry Corrales, 4-fight win streak now with 2 knockouts. Chael would talked his way into a lot of fights with legends, but he's always failed in his big moments. Bellator. Well, this is... He didn't have to talk himself into this one. I mean, he might have talked himself into a Bellator contract. But this one was a Grand Prix. And he had to win to get here. What do you think of this fight on now? I think that was a pretty badass left hook, man. Pretty banging, ain't it? Yep. I got Chael. He's classy and intelligent, says Ned Medella. I said I like both guys for different reasons. Fedor, absolute legend. Should have been the first guy in the MMA Hall of Fame in my mind. This is a good fight. I've never been a fan of Chael. The only person that wanted to beat him was Wanderlei Silva. Man, Wanderlei Silva wanted to kill him. He went deep. He went deep and dark with Wanderlei, similar to the way Conor did with Khabib. Next fight up, Alexander Shlemenko versus Anatoly Tokov. Yeah, one of them took my order at Jenny's in Alabama. What's up, Jason Azevedo? You reading the highlight? It's probably better because you're reading the chats. It's probably more exciting than the actual fight. Yeah, I didn't know who these guys were. I apologize. If he dies, he dies. Sonnen sucks. Hey, Mike, you're well, mate. What's up, Brad McQueen? I hope you're doing good, man. What's up, Judd? Khabib equals WWE, says Comedic Genius. Well, what is Chael Sonnen then? And what is Conor McGregor? Eddie Alvarez to 1. Yeah, that is the big news, TJN. That's the other thing I was going to go into. Big news. Eddie Alvarez is close to signing a multi-fight contract. We were waiting to see if he was going to sign with Bellator or UFC. He might pull the wool over everyone's eyes, and it looks like he's going to end up signing with one fighting championship. That would be a huge signing for one. Chael goes to the WWE after this, where he belongs. Either that or start writing retired white rappers raps. Khabib equals the new Iron Sheik. Oh, not tell Chael. I got you, Arcade. Mike is light years behind in his comments again. Then why don't you get your video chat ready so you can get in here and help me there, Dutch guy? Just criticizing. Nothing but criticizing. Is that all you Dutch people do is criticize? Oh, now I'm generalizing. I'm really going to get in trouble. Fedor begin? No, not Fedor yet. Yeah. Fedor. What's up, Truth Seeker? Who's Scott Sniffing Coker? Yeah. Caesars shouldn't be taken lightly. Absolutely not. That's super dangerous. If you guys know about the effects of second concussion syndrome, why you're not showing the fight, it's on free TV. Free TV Paramount is not free TV. I showed about 7 seconds of a Bellator fight one, and I got a personal invitation to remove my YouTube channel if I did it again. The only person that gets paid to use their mouth was Tito's ex-wife. Very, very true, Jason. Chael said he felt ridiculous wearing the costume. I seen that, Ned. Chael almost beat Anderson Silva at one time. Yes, he should have. He choked in that fight. I take seizure medicine in heavy doses. Well, that's not good comedic. At the presser. I seen that. We never get to see Anderley Silva, Vanderlei versus Anderson. Yeah, that would have been an interesting fight. I don't know if it's still an interesting fight. You never know. I could see Anderson headed over to Bellator. Brothers, MMA Newsroom, somebody said, oh, Jesus. Fedor might make Chael pay for saying that Pride fixed his fights. He's been saying it for years. Yeah, he's gonna beat him. He might beat him down for that one. Or Bigfoot Silva. Chael Sonnen would do best in WWE out of all the UFC fighters. I agree. The guy's gold on the mic. I doubt Chael would be interested. He's too intellectual for that circus. I can't wait to see Fedor versus Bader. Money talks. Well, he's doing well on his podcast. If you guys have not seen his podcast, you're welcome. It's very good. That would be weird, but that is good for one. I feel Eddie could still have some good UFC or Bellator fights. True. Oh, absolutely. Eddie Alvarez is still a big star. We was talking about breaking a contract and going to Bellator. He's in Bellator. What do you mean? Scott Sniffing Coker. Bellator will be the new UFC. Jason Azevedo. Yes, Chael. Trash talk is cringy for WWE. I still enjoy Jameson. Kenny, good joke. Chael sounds like he grew up watching a lot of WWF for sure. He was our used car salesman. I'm not sure which. Khabib don't give a damn at this point. Riding with the homies until the end. Anderson versus Lyoto would have been so interesting. Who would you have winning it? I'd have to go with Anderson. I think he's just faster, but you never know. Lyoto's counter striking was pretty damn legit. We got Vitor versus Vanderlei, so I'm happy with that. Yes, we did. In my opinion, Chael did it better than Connor. I agree, Jason. I wish you guys would listen to what Mike says, that he wouldn't be behind on his comments because he always has to repeat stuff. Thank you, Judd. TRT Vitor versus Backdrop Vanderlei. Jason, you're out of your mind. WWE in some heat for doing a special pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. Interesting. Khabib is not in Bellator. Oh, Khabib. I thought you said Fedor. If and when Mike blows up, there will be too many comments to keep up with. I've had that happen in the Japanese Ryzen. The last time I did Ryzen in Japan, it was way too many. Tied for 4th most wins with 12. Anatoly coming up here against Alexander Shlemenko. Anyone remember when Chael fought for WEC Championship and the champion came in overweight and Chael destroyed him? That's probably the last time I liked Chael. Yeah, that's been a minute. And who Khabib gonna fight in Bellator? Smoked all UFC fighters. So what's he going to do in Bellator? I really don't think Khabib's going to Bellator. I think that the NCAA, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, is going to hand down a 6-month suspension to Khabib, possibly also to Conor, and I think Khabib fights Tony Ferguson in April. Cringe, I say it once again, because it was April 1st of this year that we got the news that their first fight was canceled. But that's about 6 months from now, and Khabib does not fight during the summer, during Ramadan. Ramadan moves on the calendar. Ramadan this year, I believe, is May 5th. It's at the beginning of May. It's like May 5th or 7th, something like that. I think it might be the 7th, because May 4th is a Saturday. It's somewhere. It's in a few days of then. Chael came so close to being a 2-division champ. If Jones' fight would have gone to 2nd round, he would have been champ. Lyoto has been robbed so many times, in my opinion. 50 Cent offered Khabib $2 million to come to Bellator. He said, send location. You know, I could see that. Khabib. The thing is Khabib is on contract, though, and he's on that championship contract now. Khabib isn't good enough on the mic for WWE. I would like to see Khabib move up a weight class before leaving the UFC. There's just so much. That's just such a big jump from 155 to 170. Those are some big guys, but honestly, I mean, he could hang with anybody. I could see him hanging with Tyron Woodley. You had so many people for Ryzen's show. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it was. Talk to Mike now before he's too popular, I always say. Thank you, JT. Chael Sonnen is about as exciting to watch as to fight as Khabib. If God really exists, he would make Askren versus Khabib happen. Yes, Askren versus Khabib should be a good one. 3rd attempt to fight. Don't forget about tiramisu. Askren can't fight, bro. He's still under contract in 1 UFC. Yes, he is. They won't let. No, they're not going to let him go. They need to figure it out, Mario, for sure. I think Khabib would not feel good if he faced lesser competition. That I agree with, JT. I think he might just retire if we're going to Bellator, to be honest. Lyoto, Khabib can care less about UFC contract. He beat the best. Now he can move on. No regrets. Shotokan, #1. Askren versus Eddie. That's true. That's true. He may come back. Askren had retired. He may come back and fight again in 1FC now that they have some competition. What if Khabib is an even more monstrous animal at 170 without the huge weight cut and we just haven't seen it? Could be, man. I think Topolron Woodley is the perfect fighter at welterweight. He might retire champ if he continues to prove like he has. Tyrone Woodley, yeah, that guy's on another level. And like I've said in the past, to be honest with you, I don't think GSP wants any part of that. A lot of people want to say GSP's the greatest welterweight ever. He's only a year difference in Tyrone Woodley, though. I mean, if he thinks he's the best ever, get in there and prove it. And he's not going to fight Tyrone Woodley. I don't think the UFC I don't think they're willing to pay him enough. They would have to write a big check for that. Because I think it's too much of a risk, and even he alluded to that. Askren versus Eddie, good fight. I do like that one. Ben Askren is one of the pound-for-pound greats. He dominated in Bellator. GSP is from a different era. And very true, Jason. But he is only a year difference in age of Tyrone Woodley. Dana won't let the fight happen with Woodley versus GSP. Woodley doesn't bring in enough. More risk than gain. Yeah, I agree there. It'd be a big fight for Tyron Woodley, and I think Tyron Woodley would be a bigger fighter if the UFC would promote him just a little bit. And we were just talking about Apollo Creed and Chael Sonnen's suit. I don't know if this is hyperbole or a little comedic relief on Paramount's part, but after this Bellator MMA Live showing, they are actually showing the Creed movie. So, say what you will about that. Alexander Shlemenko versus Anatoly Tokov coming up right now at middleweight. Guten Tag. What's up, Bavarska? Rodman, damn. Khabib versus GSP is the fight. I think Khabib's too big and too strong for GSP, honestly. Khabib's a small 170er. Even though he fought his whole career at it. He didn't do those kinds of weight cuts. Do you think Benson wins tonight? Do you think he could become Bellator champion? Yes, and probably not. I think he probably wins tonight. I don't think he ends up becoming Bellator champion. He's just tripped too many times already, and I don't think he's getting better. I think he's on the second half of his career. Did anybody hear John Jones' corner tell him to go over and check on Leo Toe after he choked him out? Earned yourself some fans. That's right there. Makes you wonder how many other fighters were. I don't know. Both are similar statistically. All the fights we want to see won't happen because Dana said so. Guten Tag, my friend. Guten Tag, Bavarska. Oh, Lyoto Machida. I got you there. I was trying to figure that out. Yeah. Oh, man, that was brutal. That choke out against Lyoto Machida. This just in, Dana White caught with Conor Blow-Up Doll. And GSP has been fighting for a very long time. I heard that after 15 years in the fight game, MMA fighters on average start to go downhill. I'd imagine that's a long, long time. What happened to my Loto's brother? I don't know. I don't even know if he's fighting. Yes, Robert says Guten Tag. Sexy, says Bavarska. All right. The fighters are here. They are back in 60 seconds. So Alexander Shlemenko 56-10, 5-11 tonight, fighting Anatoly Tokov, also from Russia. He's only got 2 losses overall, 26-2. 66 fights for Shlemenko. I didn't realize he had that many fights. That's a lot of damn fights. That's a lot of fights for sure.
Discover has no annual fees. Really? Yeah. We just don't believe in them. Oh, nice. You would not believe how long I've been rehearsing that. No annual fee on any card. Only from Discover.
Our tail of the tape for this middleweight matchup. Look at the wins for Alexander Shlemenko, Big John. 56 total.
Yeah, 56 wins for Alexander Shlemenko. That is absolutely insane.
Russia will win in this fight. Yes, they will. Here's Michael C. Williams. Bellator MMA now moves to the middleweight division. Set for 3 5-minute rounds live on Paramount Network. We introduce the blue corner at 5'10" weighing in.
And of course, the fight between Chael and Fedor tonight will only be 3 rounds, even though it is the main event. Bellator is still sticking to only doing 5-round fights for championships. So I am not sure how I feel about that. I don't know if I want to see those guys go 5 rounds. I'm not sure. They are getting older. Dan Mergliotta is the referee. I think he's probably the best referee out there right now. To be honest. I really think he is. All right, here we go.
Shlemenko in the red gloves. He will switch his stance back and forth. Tokov in the blue gloves. Shlemenko loves the stand-up game. He just thrives in it. He throws a lot of crazy techniques. He takes big chances. We'll see if
Shlemenko versus Tokov.
certainly fights with the
This would be a big upset in my mind if Tokov ended up pulling off the win.
29th professional fight for Anatoly.
Shlemenko in the blue with the white trim. Tokov in the blue with just a little bit of white and red writing. Oh, nice spin kick to the body there for Shlemenko. Shlemenko, of course, former 185-pound champion in Bellator, went all the way up to light heavyweight and fought Tito in somewhat of a super fight. Oh, nice left hook to the body from Shlemenko and then a knee to the body. Like I said, this was very close on the books as far as odds for anybody that was betting. I was kind of surprised. Oh, Shlemenko, great job of faking the takedown and landing the left hook. Lands a kick to the body and a straight left. Right hook. Oh, Tokov lands a straight right, but spinning back fist lands for Shlemenko. And they clinch. They both go for a takedown there. Nobody gets it, but Al Shlemenko goes for the standing guillotine, and Tokov is out. 3:20 left in the first round. November 16th, the next time Bellator comes out, will be Friday, November 16th, Pitbull versus Sanchez. And that will be 2 days from when Fights with Friends stream is off suspension. Nice knee to the body from Shlemenko and a nice right hook to the body there from Tokov. They're fighting it out on the fence. Oh, nice knee to the body from Shlemenko. That may have been a little low, but Tokov didn't say anything. He just lands a right hook. They go to the ground for just a minute, pump right back up, and exchange knees to the body. They kind of both just dropped, and then both pumped back up there. Tokov, a couple more knees to the body there. A lot of dirty boxing here. Oh, Tokov gets the takedown. Nice little sweep there. Gets the underhook and sweeps Shlemenko. Shlemenko already doing the shrimp crawl to create space for a submission, and Tokov immediately turns him into the fence. Shlemenko is going to start the wall walk to get up now. He's up on one knee as Tokov lands some knees to the body. A little less than 2 minutes left in the first round. And Shlemenko is up, but Tokov is on his back on the fence. And Shlemenko was holding on to the fence there, and it looked like Mergliotta didn't catch that. Tokov throws Shlemenko down again, lands a right hand to the side of the temple. Shlemenko pops up again. Tokov lands a head kick on the way out, and they're back in the center of the cage. And we'll see how Shlemenko responds to that. He goes for a spinning back fist and misses. Shlemenko stalking now. Tokov clinches again. Presses Shlemenko up against the fence. He seems to want to get the fight to the ground. He's got good dirty boxing in the clinch, and he wants to also get it down for that ground and pound. Of course, these Russians really... Oh, and Tokov lands a knee. It looked like that was a low blow, and Shlemenko looked up at Dan Mergliotta, and Mergliotta didn't do anything. Tokov lands another knee to the body, and Shlemenko lands one to the body in a right hand. Spinning back fist lands again for Shlemenko. It's the third time he's thrown it, the second time he's landed it. Tokov lands a kick to the body off of that. Oh, big right hand for Tokov. 35 seconds left in the first round. Oh, and they exchange shots in the center of the cage here. They both just exchange nice straight shots there. Shlemenko pushing Tokov up against the fence now. Tokov turns him around. 20 seconds left in the first round. Nice knees to the inside of the thighs. Oh, Shlemenko goes for a Tayatoshi, a judo throw from up there against the fence, and Tokov lands another knee. It looked like it was another knee to the groin. It might have just been right on the body. They exchange knees to the body again there. Tokov's probably landed, I would say, 6 to 8 knees to the body that round and ends the round with an elbow. That's some substantial body work. Some guys throw knees to the body like for scoring and show, and then you see these guys that clinch and they put everything into it. Oh, I am way behind you guys now. I don't even know if I need to try to catch back up. Where is Fedor, says Bavarska. GSP has been fighting since 2002. Woodley's been fighting since 2009 professionally. Very good point, Jason. And I knew if something was telling me that Copy was going to get a good couple of punches in the stand-up against Connor because everybody underestimated so much and nobody was a professional fighter. Machida caught Bones with that nasty straight early. I can have that shitty of a stand-up. I need Fedor here, Mike. He's coming, man. Shlemenko, a Bellator Hall of Famer. I agree. What's up, Seven in the house? He says, I Lego. Machida did give Jones some problems. Yes, he did. Artem Lobo has lost more than 66 fights. Hashtag negative record. I want to say he's like 14 and 15. Oh, spinning kick to the body attempt there from Shlemenko. He misses that one. But yeah, he is throwing a lot of spinning shit. I seen somebody saying he's blacklisted from throwing the spinning back fists. Nice straight right there from Tokov. A front kick from Shlemenko, and that one was low. They're going to give Tokov a minute. I say fair play. Tokov got him earlier, and Merguada missed it. Machida actually landed a couple good punches. That would what's made John go damn. I got to get him out of here. Rockhold versus Machida was an intelligent performance. Absolutely. Where's the Chael? Hey, what's poppin', Mike? Been checking your stream for some time now. Ramadan does, in fact, start May 5th, 2019. What's going on, D. Brown? Hey, thanks for the update there. So, on a Sunday, Coco Channel. Thank you. Rockhold of today wasn't the Rockhold that fought Machida. I'm not sure he's got a chin. So, they're calling this female doctor in here, apparently to play with Choco's balls. I'm not sure what Margliotta's saying to him about his balls, but he's holding his balls and looking at her. I think Tokov might have just sexually assaulted one of the outside doctors, and they might get this thing started here. I think he might have told her. I'm not sure what he said. I don't even want to guess. But he had a smile on his face, so he's ready to go. Shlemenko goes for that spinning back fist again and misses to start out, and Tokov gets the takedown, lands a couple of right hooks to the chin after some great comedic relief with the doctor there. Oh, and a nice knee to the head. Great dirty boxing tonight from Tokov. And I have Tokov winning that first round. I have him up 10-9, and he picks up Shlemenko and slams him down again. Shlemenko back up. Knees to the thigh from behind here from Tokov. He's trying to drag Shlemenko to the ground. Rockhold or the Viking guy. Bellator is staying with 3 rounds. 90% of their fighters are past their prime. Good point, Judd. And these guys clinch again against the fence. Oh, and now they're back in the center of the cage. This is where Shlemenko wants to be. Oh, and he lands a big left hook. Oh, Tokov throwing uppercuts, lands a big right uppercut. And Shlemenko throws that spinning back fist again. Nice left hook to the body there from Shlemenko, but I think he's shown that spinning back fist enough for tonight. Why don't you leave that one at home in the closet? Hang that one up. It's the failed GSP versus Anderson dream fight all over again. He ducked Anderson over a BS weight gain years back. He's now running from Tyquil, says Lone Wolf. I've always liked Josh Rosenthal, but you barely see him anymore. That's true. I agree. He's a great ref. Mergliata is one of the best ones out there right now, I think, too. Though Rosenthal is very good. I'm not sure why we don't see him. I've seen a grown man doing Fortnite dances last night at the bar. I couldn't help but... Is there a dance in Fortnite? I have not played Fortnite, to let you guys know. My computer honestly won't even run it. That's what kind of technology we're on here at Fights with Friends. So if the stream looks a little grainy sometimes, there you go. A nice right hook lands there from Shlemenko. Oh, nice right hook to the body there from Tokov. But I did get a nice new mic. You see this big black ball on my desk here. This is the blue mic. The blue snowball. My other mic crapped out on me in the middle of making some videos, and I was actually making a promo for last night's Bellator that I never got finished because my mic crapped out on me. But this thing's doing well, I think. Nice right hook there from Shlemenko. Oh, and Tokov comes back with a right hook. Henderson was so much bigger than GSP. That's a very good point, TJN. I don't fault guys for not jumping weight classes. You've seen what happened when BJ Penn was pressured into jumping up against GSP. I don't think that was an accurate assessment of who the better fighter was. That's how I am with Travis Brown. What fight were you most worried for John Jones before the fight? Probably Machida. Oh, nice right hook there from Tokov, and Shlemenko lands a couple of great body kicks there, shin to body, and then a right hook. Lands a spinning back kick to the body that time, and this is a close round. Tokov trying to drag Shlemenko down now. Shlemenko hanging on the fence. He's got to really watch here. He had his hands right on the fence. 10 seconds left in this round. Very hard round to score. Knees from behind to the thigh there from Tokov, and I gave that one, that was a slim one, but I gave it to him to Shlemenko. Crazy when Tito Ortiz beat Ryan Bader. Yeah, Tito has been one of the most inconsistent guys in the history of MMA. It's like you never knew who he was going to win and who he's going to lose to. Does anybody remember his fight against Matt Hamill? It was on the card with Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez. And I was in a room full of executives with the company I was working with at the time, actually, upper management and executives. And everybody was thinking that Tito was going to kill him. Half the people didn't even watch the fight. And Tito Ortiz lost to Matt Hamill, and we all thought that was the end of Tito. I had thought Khabib win within 3 seconds. Oh, I had that Khabib win within 3 seconds. Damn, yeah, that was close. TGN, I think he is in jail for the weed bust. What was your worst prediction ever? There's Herschel Walker at ringside, 2-0 on MMA. He was on MMA Junkie just yesterday. Apparently, he is still a huge MMA fan. Ryan Bader, no surprise, sitting up front row. But Herschel Walker, he was spitting out some facts on MMA Junkie. People shouldn't be locked up for victimless crimes. I agree, TJN. What's up, greatest Daniel Cormier? That Dallas was going to Green Bay and going to NFC Championship. Mike, you don't get Super Chat? Not in this one yet, man. I'm still waiting on approval. So I have it tied at 19-19. Big John has it 20-19 in favor of Tokov. I can see how he has that. They exchange straight punches in the center of the cage. Oh, Shlemenko goes for the body kick, but Tokov catches it. Shlemenko going for the standing guillotine here. Tokov, he's got pretty good submission defense. His Super Chat is suspended. Yes, my other channel streaming is suspended, and I am waiting on Super Chat for this channel. No, Mike doesn't have Super Chat, only PayPal. Thank you. Next fight up. Yeah, if anybody does want to, if anybody does have a PayPal and can donate to good old Money Mike, it's paypal.me/fightswithfriends. I tell you, I have not gotten a donation in a while. A lot more people apparently have Super Chat than PayPal. That's what he said, says Jason. I missed a comment there. Dutch guy apparently on Bavarska here. King Kong has huge muscles and long arms. He pounds on Godzilla, gets his strength from electricity. King Kong is a very formidable foe for her. One of the guys in my gym went to Thailand to train Muay Thai and said there were some Russians staying at the camp who would chain smoke during breaks when everyone drank water. Damn, that's hardcore. Nice kick to the body there from Shlemenko. Oh, and Tokov goes up high for the head kick. Shlemenko blocks it. Tokov could be up 2-1 here. I said it's very close. Nice body kick there from Shlemenko, and Tokov comes back with a right hook. They're back in the clinch, exchanging body shots here. Nice left hook to the body there from Shlemenko. Shlemenko grabs onto Tokov's shorts for a minute in honor of Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva too. And then now they're exchanging hooks in the center of the cage. Knee to the head for Shlemenko, and he gets the takedown. Just shortly, Tokov pops right back up. They also drank vodka after training, but somehow still kept up and were competitive in training. Damn, that is a hard life, son. I've been playing Black Ops 4. Damn, size only matters to females. Mike is nice, Mike. Thank you, Robert. I've seen dudes that are 3 times the size of other guys and women or whatever get ran up one side and down the other from a smaller dude. Godzilla is a defender of Earth, while Kong is a defender of a tiny island. Kong stands no chance bumps. How did we get in that conversation? Tokov takes Shlemenko down again. Shlemenko pumps back up against the fence, but he is not having a good time here. Dagestan Russian Muslim athletes don't smoke or drink. They are usually Muslims with a lot of piety. Usually Muslims, not always though. If you look hard enough, you can see your reflection in the fight. Shh. If Chael controlled Anderson so well, could GSP have? And would he be less likely to be subbed or no? I always thought that was the hole in Anderson's game, is I would rate his takedown defense about a C. The greatest Daniel Cormier, the men who were smoking weren't from Dagestan, but yeah, that is true. Only in certain storylines is Godzilla defender of the earth. As does Kong get energy from electricity. Herschel Walker is a legit freak. He still does 1,000 push-ups and sit-ups every morning. Oh, Tokov's got Shlemenko's back. Oh, he did for a minute there. He was getting hooks in. Shlemenko pops up. Doing good, brother. Watching from the Greater Toronto Area, Canada. Down with the Republic. Oh, that is great. DC, very true. Yeah, who else thought the attempting to bring Brock Lesnar in to fight for the belt was somebody smoking crack? That's that WWE money, brother. Oh, Tokov lands a couple of nice knees to the head of Shlemenko to end the round. Knee to the body. Another knee to the head. So Tokov wins another round. I have him winning this 29-28. I can see how you would have it 30-27. And I don't see a favorable decision for Shlemenko. I don't see him winning some kind of unfair decision. Yeah, Arcade, you got to seem questionable about men like TJ who talk so much about... Oh, Jesus. DCG, or GDC, you're not going to start talking crap, are you? I'm guessing closet trap. But yeah, Chael Sonnen's theory on that is very accurate. Be right back. All right. Why am I being insulted? I'm not sure, TJN. It's the creative constructive criticism comment / question discussion. And we never honestly be able to tell because they're obviously not real. And it will never happen by the numbers. I just got accused of being a closeted trans. I don't know what that was about, TJN. I don't know where DC's going to, but yeah, I'm just as confused as you are. But it would be cool to see them on the Deadliest Warrior and have them run through the computer to see who would win the majority of the battles. That would be cool to see how close they are on that, to run actual fighters up to date through even. Big John is in the house with just the all guy. 1,000 push-ups every morning. I could barely put a whole sentence together in the morning. I hear you, man. He's been doing that since high school. Herschel Walker is a beast. He's one of the greatest collegiate athletes of all time. Had a great NFL career. For those of you that don't know the story, when he was in high school, he had a coach tell him when he didn't make the football team his freshman year, he said, "What do I need to do to get better?" And the coach basically told him, you know, he didn't think that he was serious. He was kind of like, "Oh, leave me alone, kid." He goes, "Yeah, do a bunch of push-ups and sit-ups." Herschel Walker started doing 1,000 push-ups and sit-ups every day. Came back the next year looking like a freaking animal and just dominated from that point on. That is hard work. Has left the building. See you all next time. You out of here, Dutch guy? All right, have a good one, man. We'll see you soon. Hey, if you're still in... check your email. We need to get together on Messenger and get our video synced up. Still feeling that Jones head cake. I wish Pride was still around. Well, Ryzen is basically Pride. It's like the same management, ownership, even the old announcer. I think it's basically back. You got the same rules even. The kicks to the head, knees to the head of a down opponent. Take ballet. Yeah, ask the Matrix, man.
Welcome back to Bellator 208. The Russians go the distance with the official decision. Here is Michael C. Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your three judges at cage side. Sal D'Amato, Marcel Varela, Eric Colon. All three seeing exactly the same.
30-27. That's what Big John had it.
Decision,
Anatoly Tokov. That's a big win for him over Shlemenko. Like I said, the odds were close on it, but that's still a huge win. Shlemenko's having an incredible career in Bellator as well as being the former champion. He just pulled off a hell of a win. And what about Big John? Scoring the fight and then interviewing inside the cage. Mad skills. Dude's done it all. Herschel Walker also took ballet, so he was light on his toes. I did not realize that. Ryzen is back with all the roids. That's the other part of it. When I bowled on television when I was a kid, I'd ask me who is my favorite player, and I was wearing my Herschel Walker jersey. That's awesome, Chaos. A Deadliest Warrior type simulation show, but instead of Warrior, fighters from the past and present in simulated fights. That would be sweet. Do any fight promotions still allow soccer kicks to a grounded opponent? Ryzen, man. Everywhere in Japan still allows it. It's part of the unified MMA rules there. Anatoly Tokov's won 20 of his last 21 fights. Big upset, says TGN. Right? Or have them face someone like Bruce Lee versus Mike Tyson or something stupid like that to see just how many times who would win. Does Ryzen or one? Ryzen has the head kicks to the down opponent and knees. I don't believe one does. Big Bad John. Ryzen, here I come. I've done the last 2 Ryzen streams. There was two of the last 3. I think I missed one in the middle. There was simulation done to see who would win between Rocky Marciano and Ali. Yeah, I heard that. Herschel Walker goes days without eating. Really? He said, "What's up, TJN?" What's going on?
Yes, I've been killing it in Batman, and I'm ready to showcase my skill on Bellator, so I'm looking forward to it.
What do you think of this last fight and the performance by Tokov?
To be honest, if I'm honest, I'm not really that impressed.
Yeah, but that's 2 boxers. I want to see 2 different fighting styles or disciplines go particular fighters. Fabian Edwards, 5-0. He is at Cade's side. 2 knockouts and 3 submissions. He's been overseas. He's coming to the UFC. He said he's not. He just said he's not impressed with Toko's performance, reminiscent of GSP Matt Hughes.
Yeah, look at all those guys, but my style beat those guys. I think Leonardo Machida, he's finished. I'm gonna come in and show everyone I'm the new guy. I'm gonna show
Fabian Edwards, he says, I'm going to come in and show everyone I'm the new guy. That's the one difference that Bellator has. It might take them a while to catch up, but they have a lot of young guys they're developing, and that's sure to pay dividends in the end.
I'm just being honest. That's it. I'm just being honest. That's all it can be.
Yeah, but that's 2 boxers. I want to see 2 different fighting styles or disciplines go with particular fighters. Putting 2 fighters against each other in the UFC game's pretty much as Deadliest Warrior simulation. A lot of times, the outcome of one of the Deadliest Warriors would be because superior weaponry. Very much. Is that show still on? Does anybody know? It's been years since I watched that. Fedor walking into the building right now. Fedor is in the building. Intermittent fasting really does work, but you can't do it forever. You'll get too skinny. I would like to see Walker versus Lesnar. And there's Chael Sonnen, the American gangster, walking down the hallway. Oh, they're showing he arrived at 5:20. So this is... And Chael said, if I don't win this, all of this was a complete waste of time. Well, he jinxed himself with that damn suit. I'm sorry. That was ridiculous. I would like to see Walker versus Lesnar. Herschel Walker's got to be close to 60. Well, I don't know. He was like 50 when he got into Bellator. How old is Herschel Walker?
According to my sources, Herschel Walker is 56 years old.
He's 56. I want to say he was 48 when he came into Bellator. So in Ramadan, does that mean Khabib can only eat at night, right? Yes, he can only eat from... You can't eat from sun up to sundown. And since it's during the summer, that's a very limited amount of time. I miss Deadliest Warrior. I want to see a gorilla versus a bear. Oh, I want to see one of those huge gorillas Joe Rogan's always talking about ripping dudes' nuts off against a grizzly bear, man. I want to see that several times in real life. True, he says he doesn't eat much at all in general. He's a freak. Yeah, he's got some crazy genetics. Bear by KO. Guess Connor ain't no gorilla anymore. Gorilla could win with weapons, though. Yeah, grizzly bear's just so freaking huge. Oh, they had an animal fighting simulation show at one point, but wow, Mike, I'm getting way off topic. Oh, I did not... That would be interesting. 56 and could still smash. Prime Bob Sapp versus Brock. Oh, God. What about Bob Sapp getting a win on the last Ryzen? How many of you guys were in here that watched that? God, he was gassed. That guy he was going against was absolutely horrible. one MMA fight. Mike Tyson versus Anthony Johnson. Oh, Anthony Johnson would destroy him, unless you're talking about boxing. Yeah, that's a good point. King Kong would beat the ass out of Godzilla with a big redwood or something, or whatever he could pick up and hit him with. Godzilla doesn't have very big arms or hands. Well, they had to make it a fair fight since he can breathe fire. Anderson Silva back versus Khabib. Oh, a silverback. Oh, a silverback versus Khabib. I'm sorry, I thought you were trying to say Anderson Silva. Yeah, well, he did wrestle a bear. Did Bob Sapp ever have a prime? He looked decent for a minute in that fight against Fedor. He had a few moments over there in Pride. Chael just uploaded an unrelated video about an hour ago. Wow. I seen he uploaded something, I want to say it was about 5 hours ago. I didn't see a notification. I'm subscribed to his channel. I watched Bob Sapp fight with you. I remember you in there, Robert. Yep. Godzilla still has radioactive blast. Let me bang. What's up, Travis Sturcho? Bob Sapp got that. Forgot about that. Oh, yep. Yep, he got the W for about the first time in about 10 years, I think. Literally. Godzilla is a meat eater compared to veggie gorillas. That is crazy that gorillas are such beasts and they're vegetarians. Fedor says, I want to be Bellator heavyweight champion. That's why I'm giving everything I have. Well, TJN, he was actually a force for the second of his life. He took it seriously, like in the Nagara fight. Yeah, well, in the first part of it, he did really well. Primus versus Chandler 2 is finally set for Friday, December 14th on Paramount. If you guys don't know, Brent Primus has been ducking Michael Chandler since their first fight. When Chandler was injured, Primus, in my mind, got a cheap victory, grabbed the belt, and Chandler's been chasing him ever since. Brent Primus has came up with every excuse in the book not to fight him. It is scheduled. We'll see if they actually go through with it. Barbosa versus Aldo. Who would you have winning? Now, I think Barbosa. I think Aldo's lost just enough of a step that I think Barbosa might be a little too explosive for him. Mara says Jose. Gorillas have to eat all day long to get the nutrition they need. Hey, I don't know how similar they are to a human composition. They got to be about as close as anything else, though. Does that prove that you can eat a vegan diet and be healthy? Possibly. Barbosa couldn't block a punch in his life if his life depended on it. That is true. Primus, that's a cool band. I did like Primus back in the day. We are lucky gorillas are vegetarians. Yes, we are. Sorry, guys, I missed the weigh-ins. What weight did Chael come in at? I missed it, too. So, if anybody knows, go ahead and put it on there. I take a squatch over the silverback. Unless he is being pressured a lot or grappled, he is very deadly and explosive. Yeah, absolutely. I believe it should be next up. Should be Czech Kongo versus Timothy Johnson. Yes, because the co-main is Benson Henderson versus Awad. And of course, 50 Cent threw in $1 million of his own dollars to the winner of the Bellator Grand Prix. Douglas Lima is at Cade's side talking about the Grand Prix he's involved in just starting. Right now, though, the heavyweight one, this is... Heavyweights, I think, are the funnest to watch because you never know what's going to happen.
Love both fighters, you know, Fedor is a legend, but I'm gonna go with my boy Chael. I think his wrestling is gonna be too much.
Oh, and Douglas Lima goes with Chael Sonnen, says he thinks his wrestling's going to be too much. And Czech Kongo said to have been underestimating Timothy Johnson going into this. Basically, when they asked him about him, Czech Kongo says, "I don't give a shit about Timothy Johnson," and then kind of changed the subject. So, very interesting. That was a very interesting take. I think he should be a little more worried. I think he is actually, believe it or not, I believe he is a slight underdog tonight. Czech is. If he's not an underdog, it's very close. The odds were going back and forth. And it's pretty much even money. And Michelob Ultra just had a video that says, "I like beer." We'll see if anybody tries to connect that to John Kavanaugh's comments at the trial. That was an interesting song to sing at this time. I know it is a beer commercial. It's probably innocent, probably has nothing to do with it, but trust me, in today's rage culture, somebody's going to find a reason to be upset. And that's why I brung it up, because I'm just stirring stuff up in between fights.
That's our inspiration for fancy feast medleys. Wild salmon primavera tastes amazing. Also in pate, fancy feast medleys.
No, actually, here on Fights with Friends, we try to bring people together, but some of those jokes you just can't ignore. I'm sorry. And that was one of them. That was just too big a coincidence.
We love one another. In this family, we know what matters most is made at home.
Dave & Buster's has the 3 things you need to watch football: food, drinks, and big TVs. Try new bar bites for only $5 and beer specials available every
All right, Czech Kongo versus Timothy Johnson. Czech Kongo's, you can see 28-10-2 versus Timothy Johnson 12-4. I think I upset Czech Dutch guy. I'm gonna have to give him a call later. I think he was upset that I wasn't. He spent some time going over some graphics with me on OBS, and I think he was a little upset I wasn't using the scrolling writing on the bottom. I just didn't have a whole lot of time to set up today. So it is what it is. Sorry, I missed just a few of your comments here. They eat tree bark. Some other type of primates are cannibals. That would be scary, Mario. Kevin S says 234. That seems like a decent weight for Chael. That's probably his walk-around weight. Czech Kongo versus Tim Johnson. These guys are big. SCS Drummer says protein building muscle is a fallacy. Muscle is derived from glucose only. See, you're telling me you can just eat glucose and protein and you don't need any protein? I think it's a combination. I know there's a lot of different opinions going on in the health world right now, so I don't want to discount what you're saying. But my understanding was that protein was still thought of as the building block for muscle, and glucose feeds it. But I could be wrong. I'm not a health expert, obviously. There are species of apes out there that are terrifying. Cannibal hunting monkeys. Chimpanzees will eat rival chimps. Thanks, Kevin, because they said he was weighing in at like 260. Yeah, it said 265 on the website. I figured that was not correct. Or maybe it was 260, Jed. Well, according to Kong Skull Island, King Kong eats giant squid too. I'm a sucker for every King Kong movie. And I watch Kong Skull Island, and I'll tell you, I didn't think it was that bad. Maybe I'm a fan of bad movies. Because other people that watched it told me it was horrible. Now, it was not near as good as Peter Jackson's Kong. For anybody that wants to see a good King Kong movie, that one with Jack Black, I know we're off subject, but we're in between fights here. That's probably in my top 20 movies ever. That Kong, Peter Jackson's. Good movie. Iaquinta and Lee are fighting. Who wins the rematch? I got to go with Kevin Lee, but obviously Iaquinta can give anybody a tough fight. Does 50 Cent own part of Bellator? He's doing some kind of promotional deal with them. I think they're going to promote his brand. I can't remember if he's making a whiskey himself, too, or something like that. It might be some kind of alcohol. King Kong does and eats whatever he wants. Fedor will win, says Kevin. Could Badger beat Fedor? Now check ya. I got Fedor tonight, too. I thought 50 Cent was millions in debt. Well, he claimed bankruptcy. That's the great thing about America, is you can be in debt millions of dollars and claim bankruptcy, come out the other side in a year doing okay. Fedor still has that power. Fedor did throw Mir. That was a hell of a throw, too. I mean, that fight only lasted, what, about a minute and a half? I'm trying to think now. Somewhere around there. But that was as explosive a minute and a half as I've seen in the heavyweight division in Bellator. In Bellator history. I want Lee to win, but it's hilarious how Iaquinta calls the Helwani show every time Lee's on. Oh, I didn't know that. That is hilarious. He don't give a fuck. What's up, Archangel? What's up, Andres Jimenez? Hi, Mike. Thanks for covering these awesome events as always. Can't wait for Fedor Chael fight. Should be a good one, man. I'm with you there. Oh, Czech Kongo versus Timothy Johnson coming up here. Kongo was always an intimidating force and very athletic, but couldn't quite beat top competition. What y'all think about Burger King's 10 nuggets for $1? I think that's $1 well spent. In upset, you mentioned it. Oh, I'm upset you mentioned it. Oh, Bader. Sorry, Fedor will win. Bader. Could Bader beat Fedor? I got you. I'm sorry. I guess we're going to find out. He definitely could. Tim Johnson, 9 wins by KO or submission, 5 knockouts, 4 subs. He's actually a slight favorite tonight, though. And when Czech Kongo was asked about Timothy Johnson, he said, I don't give a shit about Timothy Johnson. And basically dismissed him. And you know Timothy Johnson is going to take that to heart. That's suspicious, says Mario. Oh, the 10 nuggets for $1, I hear you. Kongo is still underdog at plus 162. Yes, I seen that he was an underdog earlier. Kongo versus Sapp. Who wins? Yeah, I got to take Kongo on that one. He'll be all right, says that Dutch. Oh, yeah. That is market. They market it because they want to sell protein shake and lots of meat. What you think about Tyrone Woodley versus Tony Ferguson? Prime Benson Henderson versus Aldo at 155. Who wins? Prime Benson Henderson versus Prime Aldo at 155. I got Aldo all day. That guy didn't lose for 10 years. I mean, he was the most dominating 145-pound champion ever. And here comes Czech Kongo. I would love to see Kevin Lee versus Ferguson again as well. Me too, D. Brown. What do you think about Ferguson versus Al and Al versus Conor McGregor? I think Ferguson should not fight anybody but Khabib, honestly. Unless Khabib ends up getting stripped. If he gets suspended longer than 6 months, he's not going to be able to fight during the summer. So if it's a 9-month suspension, Ramadan starts on May 5th. That would go through that, and he would not be able to fight for about a year, which means they might strip him. My prediction is they give him a 6-month suspension, and he's able to fight in April, and he fights Tony Ferguson in April. Maybe I'm being positive there, but what's wrong with being positive? Phil Davis coming back on November 16th on the Pitbull versus Sanchez card. Finally. Tyrone way bigger than Tony. Oh, I'd love to see Kevin Lee versus Ferguson again as well. Yeah, Tyrone is a beast. Champagne, I believe. Oh my God, I was on an automated call for only 3 minutes, and I wanted to shoot myself in the face. These stupid programs don't understand nothing you're saying. I hear you, Arcade Chaos. It's not getting any better with the automation out there. I know it's off subject, but I've been in retail for 20 years. About 8 to 10 years ago, they started bringing in the automated check stands at Winco. I boycotted them then. I encourage everyone to boycott self-checkouts. We might be too late. I should have done it a long time ago. But if I go somewhere and they only have self-checkout, I will make the cashier check me out. Not because I'm lazy, because I want that person to have a job. Czech Kongo, 28-10, now 43 years old, 6'4", weighed in at 239. I didn't realize he was that old. Timothy Johnson, 12-4, 33 years old. I didn't realize Timothy Johnson was only that old. Timothy Johnson weighed in at the full 265 and 0.6 on top of it. 50 Cent has a champagne. Oh, thank you, Robert. I remember that night you said that. America, yeah. Iaquinta showed good takedown defense versus Khabib on like a day's notice while training for a striker, so he might stop Kevin. Notable wins. Timothy Johnson's got a victory over Marcin Tybura. They were just showing. I think Kevin Lee is going to beat Al at this point. The last fight they had was February 2014, which is 4 years ago. Lee is a different fighter from them. He definitely is, man. What's up, Jolly Fresh? What does it look like? You know?
28 victories, 10 losses, with 2 draws, hailing from and fighting out of Paris.
Let's see. I got Kongo on this one. Why no streaming? Hey, Jesus. What do you mean no streaming? Oh, showing the fight? You can't show Bellator, man. It's Viacom. Kongo versus Timothy Dalton. I'll be doing the play-by-play here as soon as the fight starts, though. I don't know. Timothy's mustache is pretty awesome, so it might just be Czech Kongo. I cannot show the fights, Jesus. 10 nuggets for $1. JT is just stuck on those 10 nuggets for $1. I love it. That look in Lee's eyes during the Ferguson fight. Is he mentally tough? Kongo uppercut to the stash. All right, here we go. Czech Kongo in the black. Timothy Johnson in the white. We got the power. Kongo, 17 wins by knockout or submission, 14 knockouts, 3 subs. Timothy Johnson, 7 first-round finishes, including 2 knockouts and 4 subs. Oh, nice left and right hook from Czech Kongo. So I'm not sure how much. Oh, big right hand from Czech Kongo. I was going to say, I'm not sure how much of a filling out process we're going to see between these two guys. Oh, another big right hand from Kongo. I'm going to go left field from Goldberg that says we're going to see a filling out process. I'm not sure what fight he's talking about. Inside leg kick from Czech Kongo. I don't expect that in this fight at all. Timothy Johnson misses a left hook there. Nice inside leg kick from Kongo. Good head movement from Kongo. Slips the right hand. Oh, and he just throws Timothy Johnson to the ground. Big right hooks, and that is it. Czech Kongo finishes Timothy Johnson in the first round. Floors him and finishes him with ground and pound. 43 years old. Czech Kongo gets the 18th finish of his career. Wow. Let's watch the replay on that. He'd had some good head movement before that. Timothy Johnson goes for the takedown. It was after he'd gotten hit with the shot, though, and Czech Kongo just gets double hook, gets double underhooks, flips him over, holds him down with his knee, and just lands about 6 shots to the ground and pound. I'm not sure what they were looking at here. It seems like it might have been a little bit of an early stoppage there. The last couple of punches missed. What do you guys think? Anybody who's watching it, do you think maybe that was a little bit of an early stoppage? 7-fight win streak for Czech Kongo. So Tim got cut from the UFC. I didn't know that. Yeah, he'd had some big wins too. Kongo was a villain in the movie I watched on Netflix. It was horrible. I'm gonna have to watch it, Mario. Apparently, I love horrible movies because I liked Gotti, and everybody told me Kong Skull Island was horrible, and I liked that too. Kongo is the man. Czech versus Reyes. RDA on paper is a bad matchup for Khabib, yet he ragdolled him. True beast, this Kongo. I'm sorry, but if Khabib is out a year, I think people will forget about him. In the United States, maybe, you gotta forget, you can't forget, he is so popular in Russia right now. I think people underestimate how popular he is in Russia right now. I mean, he's not quite Anderson Silva level in Brazil, but he is damn popular there. He could build his own MMA league over there or join M1 Global and probably bring them back to prominence. He's huge in Russia. Man, I didn't know Kongo was that old either. Man, yes. Where in the hell Eric Perez at UFC bantamweight? Eric Perez. Kind of random, but do you think any of the UFC's former lightweight champs could have beat Khabib? If he's beat by anybody, I think it's by guys that are in there right now. I think it's Tony Ferguson or Kevin Lee. I agree with the self-checkout at restaurants too. Yeah, what's that bullshit, Judd? And then they still want a tip. Judd wrong. Sarah Connor, yep. Like, damn, 10-year difference. Where is Sarah Connor? No more Kongo. One vending machine to every 20 people in Japan. It makes 70 billion yen a year. Jesus Christ. It's funny I mentioned that Kevin Lee first fought L.A. Quinta in February 14 because that was senior year in high school. I was 18 at the time. Thanks for making me feel old there, Torn. 10 cents a nugget. I don't trust it, Ned Medella. I hear you. That's a good point, Ned. Quinta is a real Brooklyn gangster, though. Damn, Kongo with the KO. Yeah, baby. Was that an early stoppage? I think so, man, yes. I thought it was a bit early. To defend the referee on there, some of those punches were coming so fast. Maybe it was hard for him to tell. Maybe it was hard for him to tell if all of them were landing, but I thought that was an early stoppage. Who was saying Kongo is a boring fighter earlier? Dutch guy was. Bellator stops fights too soon. A lot of people think that UFC stops him too early, though. Nice, check Kongo, but that $1 10 piece, wow. Making me hungry, JT. What are they making those nuggets out of, though? Czech is the real King Kong. Kongo said he didn't come to play. 10 nuggets for $1. Aliens. What's up, Cuck Norris? Haven't seen you in a while, bro. They tend to stop heavyweight fights earlier due to strikes than other weights because of the power behind their punches. Now, I have an issue, and I want to get your guys' feedback on this. Everyone's feedback. If you choose to flood, I'm very, very interested in what you guys think about this. Now, these guys are supposedly all under the same athletic commission. But it seems like to me that most late stoppages happen on the biggest shows, and they happen in the UFC. Does the UFC have any influence on that over the athletic commissions? I have a hard time thinking that they don't have any influence. Kongo should have been in the heavyweight tournament. Should have, JT. And this is his last chance at 43. Why not? I would have given Johnson a couple more seconds. Absolutely, 7. That's what I thought. We all know the real money is in the USA. Czech Kongo definitely deserves to get a title fight now. Depends on your exchange rate, though. I mean, how much is $1 million? If he got at least $2 million, that was his disclosed purse. He probably ended up getting quite a bit more. Oh, and they just gave Czech Kongo a bottle of 50 cents champagne with a little trophy on it. That is interesting. Hey, it's better than the Kickstart energy drink with the printed out certificate they give for Alaska Fighting Championships, I guess. Czech Kongo definitely deserves to get a title fight now. My coach has told me that refs and judges notice you loading up on ground and pound and will stop fights or judges differently even if the shots are missing because they look good. I agree with your coach on that, JT. That seems to be the case. What's up, Isaac? How you doing? I don't leave tips. What happened to Fights of Friends? Are you streaming there too? RS, they banned my stream over there. I can still upload videos, but they banned my stream until November 18th. That's when I'll be able to stream back over on Fights of Friends, and I'll get my damn super chat back so I can make some money. I'll tell you, not to complain, I'm bleeding money, and this mic was not cheap either. Is Ally Quinta Italian? I'm not sure. He's a New Yorker. He's got that New York accent. I think he does have some Italian in him, though. Kevin Lee is an absolute beast, but I think you're a little too high on him, Mike. A chicken nugget has 40 ingredients. A real chicken nugget should only have 2, flour and chicken. You really drifted this conversation, JT, with those Burger King nuggets. I love it, man. Khabib time in Russia versus Tony Ferguson. Photo show. Kongo definitely made this match exciting. No criticism this match. I think Matt Hughes, his prime, would have gave Khabib a run. Oh, could have gave Khabib a run. I don't know. Wow, how about those nuggets? Robert, not Mario Yamasaki. I don't like Burger King's chicken nuggets. They're nasty. McDonald's has the best nuggets. I'm going to BK tomorrow. I actually, when I'm eating a McDonald's nugget, and I haven't had them in a while, so maybe they've changed the texture, but the texture to me feels like I'm eating cartilage, and I cannot get over the texture. I'm not a picky person when it comes to food, but I've always been disgusted by McDonald's chicken nuggets. McDonald's and Wendy's has the best chicken nuggets. I do like Wendy's. What's up, Bavarska? Wendy's McNuggets were the best back in the day, and they still are, but they're not as good as they used to be. I haven't had nuggets in a while. The only way to get good food today is to make it yourself. Pretty much, man. I really try to stay away from the fast food, too. I'll go to Applebee's. I'll go to a specific Applebee's in town sometimes because I know the head chef. He used to be on my freight crew. I manage a freight crew at Wincoast, and so I've been in their kitchen. Late stoppages and big matches happen often because refs are afraid of calling it too early and ruin the fight. Yeah, I agree. That's probably it, RS. Yeah, 50 Cent has some business here, no doubt. Mike, I hate early stoppages, but the down fighter needs to show they're still in it. Yeah, why is 50 Cent always on Bellator? He was talking about fighting there. It had been rumored that on many websites that he had signed a multi-fight contract. And now he's just trying to keep his name relevant, I guess. Is Ryzen a revival of Pride or completely different, Mike? It's not real different. I would say it's pretty close to Pride. They just don't have the star power there yet. So I don't know what they're paying people. But you got to remember when Pride came on the scene, these guys were not getting paid. Chael Sonnen is one of the best in the world, Fedor says. That might be hyping up Chael Sonnen just a bit much. He has beaten the top fighters. Chael Sonnen is always competitive, though. That is why I respect him. I can't think of a time when he was not competitive. I know how much blood and sweat you have to give in the gym. And you can't, but I want to be the Bellator heavyweight champion. You can not disrespect the effort that Chael Sonnen, both these guys, all these guys that are in their 40s, to still have the fire. Even Frank Mir, all these guys in their 40s to continue to push themselves. It gets harder. I mean, heavyweights have a lot easier time than lighter weights. Rising is a revival of pride, same rules and all. Yeah, that is correct, Robert. I think the stigma of fighters being cowards for tapping to strikes has to go. If fighters quit every time they want, there wouldn't be late stoppages. I absolutely agree, RS. And the hypocrisy in that, with us and fans kind of, is you're not likely to get brain damage from a submission. You're definitely likely to get brain damage from getting hit in the head too often. Actually, you're pretty much guaranteed. The BK chicken fries taste better than the nuggets. I did try the chicken fries, Isaac. Young David got me to try those, and they were pretty good. All chicken nuggets are shit. I actually go to Applebee's, and I get their chicken strips. It's a little spendy. I mean, me and the wife get the, what is it, like the 2 for $30. So it ends up being, and we get an appetizer, but it ends up being, we split an appetizer, and I end up paying like almost $20 for chicken strips and fries. So I don't go out a whole lot anymore, but when I do, I would rather go out less often and get better food. All chicken nuggets are shit. I'm actually eating Burger King as we speak, but I have a chicken sandwich, not the nuggets. My coach would be mad. Hey, JT, just like Joe Rogan says, every once in a while, you got to eat some bullshit. If it's really calling you, you know, and you don't do it very often, if it does something for you mentally, I don't think it's the end of the world. Especially, you're young, man. You can eat whatever the hell you want. Just as long as it's not all the time. Awad versus Benson Henderson coming up at 155. KFC used to have nuggets, and nobody, not even homemade, touched them. They were the best. Shit, I almost burned down my house cooking some one day because my brother grabbed the bag from work. Oh, damn. JT, that's all I get at BK. If I go out to fast food, it actually is Burger King. And I will not go to the one by my house. You guys don't know where I live, but I will not go to that one because it frickin' sucks and they leave the food out all day. There's only one Burger King I'll go to in the area, too, because I know it. And I'll go there and get a Whopper. Who got the best burgers, McDonald's, Wendy's, or Burger King? I personally think BK. I'm with you, Torrin Brown. I think it's all pink slime. Get used to it. The Nugget stream. What's up, none your business? JT's in this area. I know this is way off subject, but, I mean, we end up talking for a long time. Have you tried Blazing Onion? I think it's a very good restaurant around here. It's a Burger King. It's a burger place. They have other stuff, but it's only organic, humanely raised, grass-fed beef, and it's very good. I think so. The Nugget stream. I just tried Chick-fil-A when I visited my sister in Philly, and that place is great. Do we have these in Washington? JT, we have, yeah, they have it in Tacoma, but they also have one in Bothell. They have one. I service for free down the QFC in Bothell in the parking lot, and it's only about 30 minutes from you. Look it up online in Bothell. It's in the parking lot. Yeah, they are tasty. Can't beat Flumbroil. Does Sonnen have a chance? What's up, Benny B? I think he definitely has a chance. I picked him at first because of his wrestling. I changed my mind overnight. Yesterday, I was thinking Chael Sonnen up to that point. Overnight, I thought it over. And the last time I flipped, I was right. So, we'll see. Connor should be sponsored by McDonald's Nuggets. McNuggets. Yeah, instead of Burger King, for sure. Fedor gonna pull off an armbar from guard. I'm 99% sure. Anyone want to bet? RS is like he's got an inside track over here. The Angry Whopper is great. Do they still have the Angry Whopper? You're right. That was delicious, Judd. He is the McNugget. The only thing I'll eat at McDonald's is I'm a sucker for that damn McRib when it comes out. Enough nugget talk already. Let's talk fights. I was wondering how long it was going to take for somebody to say that. Chael Sonnen always has a chance. Sonnen is good. He definitely has a chance, but I'm going with Fedor. The felon from West Lynn. Carl's Jr. is better than BK McDonald's, but Wendy's is good. Remember how messed up John Jones' toe was in the Chael fight? Yeah, he almost ripped his frickin' toe off. I make a lot of soups in a crock pot. It's healthy and cheap. Oh, and it's frickin' delicious, Jason. You just got to put in the time, and you can do it while you're at work. So, yeah, I wish my family would eat more of them because I end up making a whole crock pot. They maybe have a bowl apiece, and then I end up eating the whole thing. What is this, a nugget convention? Stop talking about food. For chicken strips and fries, go to Dairy Queen. Oh, God. Wasn't it the St. Preux fight that John Jones turned his toe sideways? It seems like a lot of people here must have skipped dinner. Must be about dinner time. Chael's not as strong as Fedor, but he ain't no fool. He won't get caught in an armbar. Americans and food, RS. I didn't know Sonnen was Mexican. His full name is Chael Sonnen Rodriguez. I think I remember hearing something like that. Now, I think you're right, Torn. I remember being surprised, I think, when I heard that. Well, when you trash talk like David Branch and then tap to strikes, it's different than just tapping to strikes normally. Or Tito to Chuck. Pretty sure your window tap to strikes is incredibly small. Good point, Runyon. $20. Panic. Burger joints are only now getting their chicken done right, or better, I should say. Nuggets nuggets, nothing special. Benson, Henderson, Awad coming up right now. Who do you guys pick? Anybody picking Awad out there? If you want good food at a fast food joint, you have to go inside and order the drive-thru. Gives you crap. Absolutely. Jason, Carl's Jr., Flame Broiled are the best. Grass-fed beef is all about making more money. Same with organic. I disagree, Jason. I disagree. And I'm going to call you to a little bit of research. It is a much different cow, and the protein density and health is... Why am I going down this rabbit hole? I'm sorry, guys. Let's talk some MMA. I'm going to skip a few comments here because I'm enjoying this, but I know a lot of people are not. Okay, most of you guys are enjoying it, it looks like. Maybe I'll go a few more. Cheap burger, McDonald's, high-end Burger King. Here in Chicago, we have great Italian beef. I like going to these small places. We have a place in Marysville, about 15 miles north. And if you guys are ever by Seattle, you need to go to a great Italian place. And here comes Benson Henderson. I like the graphics and the show with Bellator. I don't know how everybody else feels about it. Maybe I'm a bit cheesy, but I like the big Jumbotron and the show and everything. It hypes me up for the fight, and I don't think it takes anything away from the fight. When it's done, it's done. So I don't have an issue with it. I just think that it adds to the experience. Former UFC lightweight champion, former WEC lightweight champion, Benson Henderson from right out here of Seattle, Washington. Corn is a type of grass, so grass-fed beef is corn-fed beef. No should be cutting us a check for all the advertising we are giving them. I hear you, Judd. I have not tried blazing onion, but I definitely will now. I think it tastes better. Let me know what you think, JT. McDonald's and Burger King is trash food. Pretty much, DC. Just found out Donald Cerrone is Italian. Seriously? Interesting. That's interesting. He's got the cowboy image. Everybody wants to be something different than what they are, I guess. Fuddruckers is all good here. I've never tried Fuddruckers. I've heard of it before. In between commercials, I'm sorry. I promise I'll get off the food here, but people keep commenting on it. I think Five Guys is a pretty good burger joint. McRib is dope. What gave away his... he was Italian, his last name. Chicken pot pie. Stats say if you eat a lot of fast food, you probably have eaten 1 to 3 short and curlies from the employees of him. Oh, I'm sure you're eating more hair than that, Ronan the Voice. And I should tell myself that before I order that crap. I used to be addicted to Taco Bell. And luckily, it was sending me to the bathroom so much, I can hardly eat it anymore. I know that's more information than you need. Benson Henderson versus Awad. Benson Henderson, 34 years old, 25-8. Awad, 23-9. He's 35 years old. Awad's going to have a 2-inch reach advantage, and he is 2 inches taller at 5'11". That's a pretty tall 155er. Fedor by TKO in the first. We have very limited DQ Sonics here in New York. This is now a food chat. Yeah, thanks, JT. Jason says Benson. Bavarska, none of that. That's your one warning for me in finals. Awad has got a first-round knockout over Will Brooks. Yeah, that BS will not be tolerated in here, sir. Benson Toothpick Henderson. Does Benson Henderson still have a toothpick in his mouth? I don't think he does that anymore. Benson Henderson notable wins: Josh Thompson, Nate Diaz, Frankie Edgar, Gilbert Melendez, Donald Cerrone, Patricio Pitbull, Clay Guida, Robert Huerta. 4 title fights in that group. So, damn, moment of silence for McGregor. I think he doesn't, Sarge RS. I think the commission made him stop. They said it was unsafe. Do you think that Fedor and Chael would both be out-grappled by Bader? I don't know, man. I think he's a bad matchup for Chael because I think he's he's kind of a better younger version of Chael. His wrestling, I think, would cancel out. His striking's much better. He's more explosive than Chael. I think, oh, nice body kick from Benson Henderson to start this out, and a front kick to the body from Awad. Another front kick to the body from Awad. First 3 shots, and this is all body shots. Nice low leg kick there from Awad. 14 wins by knockout or submission for Henderson. 5 knockouts, 9 subs. Awad tied for 4th most knockouts in Bellator with 6. And that reminds us just how young Bellator is as an organization. And they exchange body kicks again, and another nice low leg kick there from Awad. I'll tell you, I picked Benson in this, but if I was at the bookmaker, I would have put some money on Awad, I think. 5-1 odds, that's very hard to pass up in a matchup that I see as close to even. I would not underestimate Sod in this at all. Oh, and Awad lands a body kick. That one looked like, and that one almost went low. That was close. And Awad's got Benson up against the fence here. Oh, and Benson goes for the head kick, misses. Henderson's, he's still pretty explosive as he's getting older. Awad goes for the flying knee and right hand, misses. Benson Henderson, I think it was a big advantage to him when he was in those 5-round fights because his cardio is so insane. It's like he gets better as the fight goes on. Oh, a running leg kick from Benson Henderson. He's had some great... Oh, big right hand for Awad, though. He fakes the left, lands a big straight right, and Benson Henderson says, enough of this. I'm going for the takedown. And he's bowling into Awad. Awad going for a guillotine here. Oh, and Benson gets the sweep, and he takes him down, and he's in the half guard of Awad. And this is Benson Henderson's world. Nice left hand on the ground and pound here from Benson Henderson. And Benson Henderson, as they were saying, he's only been knocked out once ever, and that was against RDA in 2014. Do you think that Fedor... Oh, I see that. Oh, I don't like Dana White. I hear you, Torrin Brown. I don't like him at times either. Benson is a huge favorite at minus 353. I thought he was even bigger. Oh, and he's got Wad's back, though. Awad doing a good job of the wrist control here. Benson Henderson placing his back up against the fence, though, and he's got hooks in. This is a bad position for Awad. Benson Henderson's got hooks in. Awad trying to talk to the referee about something, and he stopped fighting for a minute, and you cannot do that. Protect yourself at all times. They say, oh, great job of Awad to transition out of that. He flips all the way around and almost stands back up here. Henderson pulls him back down. Oh, Henderson goes up for a high guard, and Awad flips him off. and Awad is up. Henderson trying to shoot again here, and Awad trying to get the guillotine or an arm triangle here. Awad's actually got north-south position with the guillotine there. He's going for a neck crank. Awad with the neck crank.
Where Benson is at, he's going to have a hard time closing it off. You can get this from being underneath.
Oh, and Awad using the fin. Oh, and Benson Henderson transitions out and ends up on top. Lands about 3 big right hands, exploding with the ground and pound. Right hooks, hammer fist, knees to the body. And now Benson Henderson has the back of Awad. What a back and forth battle. And Awad doing a good job of controlling the wrists of Benson Henderson. That's the difference in a 3-round fight. These guys are putting it all out there. And Henderson goes for the axe kick to the body. Lands the second one on Awad. Awad is on his back. Benson Henderson is standing over him. Lands the axe kick to the body. And Benson Henderson looks very upset. I'm not sure what he's mad about, but he looks pissed.
All right, 4 lines for just $25 a month per line, each with unlimited gigs.
Go, touchdown! Whoa!
I guess I got Benson. I don't even know the other guys. To say the UFC has pissed me off is an understatement. Fire Dana White and Herb Dean. I understand I'm a little behind here. Let me try to catch up, though. You're part of the chat experience. It's mandatory backstory. I didn't know Anderson Silva was black. Oh, God, Torrin Brown making shit up now. No. Eating Dominoes, one-hand typing. Euros are great. Burger King's original chicken sandwich still can't be touched by anybody. This has just become an advertisement for Grubhub. I want my check from Grubhub because I'm making there so much. I want to know how many people ordered out after JT started this. I'll split the commission with you, JT. Raising Cane's is good. Jesus, now I understand why Americans are so fat. You guys make food look way too interesting. Michael Chiesa is Italian too. Sidewalk looks like... Oh! Henderson goes for a body kick, and Awad moves out of the way. Henderson falls on his rear end for a minute there. Stands up and lands a straight right. I want to know what Benson Henderson was so pissed off about at the end of the last round, though. Maybe he's just focused tonight. It seems to me like he's smiling a little more usually. Henderson goes for the head kick. He looks very angry. Nice body kick there from Henderson. And Awad's calling him in. He's calling him in. I think he might be talking to him. Oh, nice body kick from Benson Henderson. He's got some of the best kicks in the game. And dude's got some huge calves for 155. He definitely does not skip leg day. Whoa, Henderson barely missed the head kick there. I mean, I think his toenail grazed the side of Awad's lip there. Nice low kick there from Benson. He goes to the 1-2. Nice block by Awad there. Oh, big left hook lands for Henderson, and Awad just looks at him. Now he puts his hands up, though. He's like, I'm going to stare at you creepy, but I'm also going to put my hands up. Oh, nice straight left there from Awad. And Henderson gets the single leg. And he's got the second one. He's trying, and then he sweeps it. Oh, great job of Awad. Gets the underhook and flips Benson over. He's on top there. Oh, and now he's trying. Now Awad's going for the back. Lands elbows there. Oh, they stand back up. Henderson picks Awad back up and gets on top. And he's in the half guard of Awad. These guys have had some great transitions. Nice right hand there on the ground from Benson Henderson. A lot of times you see wrestling be boring because one guy honestly just knows how to stay on top and in the dominant position. Maybe a lot of times not know how to finish. The other guy can neutralize him but doesn't really do a whole lot to get out. These guys have had some beautiful transitions, and it's been amazing to watch. Nice ground and pound from Benson Henderson here on the ground, and he is making sure Awad uses all of his energy to try to pull him off. The way he's draping his body over him. And Benson in half guard slips. Great transition to side guard. Oh, but Awad uses it to stand up. Flips to his back for a minute and stands up. That's one of those things that you risk when a lot of guys will go to their back and end up standing up. But are you going to take that risk? And Benson Henderson pulls Awad down to the ground again. He's got his back and he's trying to get hooks in. Awad flips him off again. And Awad is back up. Benson just takes him back down to the ground again, though. It looks like he's really been working on his wrestling again. This looks, at least his wrestling looks like the Benson Henderson of old. Maybe he just said, hey, I've been losing some of these last matches with striking. I'm going to get back to my basics. Nice short elbows there from Benson Henderson. Awad going for a Kimura from his back. I don't think not much is going to come of that. He only had one arm on it. I think it was more to keep Benson from striking him from that position. And Benson landing big right hands to the temple in the ground and pound. Oh, big knee to the body on the ground from Benson Henderson. That hurt Awad. He put all of his weight into that. He was standing, and it was like a flying knee to the body on the ground. He put everything into that. And Awad looks very uncomfortable. Benson Henderson landing short elbows, pressing his elbow against Awad. And Awad's talking the entire time. I'm not sure what Awad's talking about. Last round he was complaining to the referee about something. And Benson's got an arm triangle. He's got an arm triangle from a half guard here. He might have this. Awad not able to get out. 8 seconds left. This is very close. Awad might be out. Oh, knee to the body for Benson. Awad moved for a minute, and Henderson lands a knee to the body, and Awad will make it. It almost looked like Awad was out for just a minute. Sidewalk looks like he's got a chip on his shoulder, and then he is going to pound Benson, but I like Benson, so I'm going with Benson. I think Dustin Poirier is French. I think Kevin Lee would Khabib time Conor McGregor. How I think Ragin versus McGregor will be an interesting look. What do y'all think? Farmer Boy wins, Sarch Angel. Fuddruckers is less grease than 5. Guys, it's really good. Where are you from, RS? Benson should win this. Portugal. Yeah, we need to eat more like you over in Portugal. And you know, when I take just a little bit of time and I slice up the fresh organic chicken breast and I throw the peppers and the broccoli and stuff in, I feel so much better, and then I enjoy it more. So, yeah, let's encourage healthy eating. I could definitely use it. 5'11" isn't that tall. For 155 at 35 years old, it's towards the taller side of lightweight. I feel for all girls because we all will be eating Burger King tomorrow. Oh, God. I'm watching this on Paramount at work while hearing your commentary. Well, thank you, Isaac. That's one of the greatest compliments that I can ever get is you guys that watch along and listen to my commentary. Thank you so much. Nice low leg kick there from Benson Henderson. And, oh, another nice low leg kick. Oh, when he switches it up from left to right, does Benson Henderson. Oh, spinning kick to the body. Henderson giving Awad a lot of looks. Big John's got it 20-18. Benson Henderson. I don't see how you can see it any other way. Awad lands a big knee to the head of Benson Henderson. And I'd like to see the replay. It looked like he had a knee down. I believe he was a down opponent. Benson Henderson just keeps moving, though. Left hook, right uppercut. This referee might be out to lunch here. I want to know, did you guys see that? Did that look like a knee to the head of a downed opponent? It looked like Benson had a knee down, but Benson did what you should do. He just kept on moving. If the referee doesn't catch it, don't get caught with something else. Just keep going. Great job, and he's pushing Awad up against the fence. I think it's funny how it seems like in leagues where the kick to the head of a down opponent and the knee to the head of a down opponent, a lot of these guys act like it hurts so much more when it's illegal because they know they can get that victory by disqualification. Benson's not one of those guys. Oh, big right hooks, and that might have been a 12-6 elbow to the back of the head of Awad. Like I said, this referee might be going to sleep here. And Awad, he was upset the last round over something Benson was doing. I think he might have thought Benson caught him low. And now Rob Hines, this referee, steps in. Whoa. Oh, fuck this referee. Get him out of here right now. Benson Henderson had dominant position. The referee just said, you grab the cage to get the position. I'm taking your position away. Oh, and he did have a hand close to the cage. My bad. Benson Henderson lands the head kick there. I've never seen them take the position away like that, though. Maybe I have. And maybe it's just the way that he worded it there. My bad. And that... Oh! These guys both land big shots. Awad goes down for a minute. Lands a right hand on Benson. They just exchange power shots, though. And Benson Henderson looks they each have cuts on their head. Henderson looks a little worse. Oh, Awad barely misses a big right hook. He's swinging for the fences now. This fight is getting very personal. Nice low leg kick there from Awad. And Benson shoots for another takedown. Great defense so far by Awad, but Benson landing knees to the thighs, trying to get the... Awad gets back up. Henderson hits him with a left hook. And good job of Awad grabbing the wrist control. Nice knees to the inside of the thighs there from Benson. And they break, and with a minute 45, they're back in the center of the cage. My sincere apologies to the referee. I did not see that, and that shows you how hard their job is. Nice straight left there from Benson Henderson. I will admit when I'm wrong. Those guys... Oh, big right hand from Awad floors Benson Henderson. And he pops back up, but he might have been a little bit off balance, but Awad definitely popped him. Benson Henderson takes Awad to the ground, and here's the ground and pound. He's got him back up against the fence. A minute 10 left in the third round. And I don't think Benson wants to stand with Awad anymore right now. Nice left hooks in the ground and pound here for Benson Henderson. And Henderson transitions to the side control. Oh, and back to half guard. He's trying to transition to full mount. I'm surprised he didn't just take the side control, being that we only have 35 seconds left in the fight. He's trying to get that arm triangle again, though. He had this position earlier, and he's got more time this time. Awad does have an arm in there. I think Awad's going to be able to stop him because of the arm. It looked like it was deep from one side, and it looks like Awad is out. Hammer fist to that. Oh, now he's got this deep. Oh, great job by Awad taking that off again. Benson's got the back, though. He's got hooks in. And they end that round with Benson Henderson in a dominant position. And Benson Henderson makes sure to pose over a down sawed Awad that's on his knees. Whatever happened in this fight, it became very personal. Oh, and a nice body kick earlier from Benson Henderson hurt sawed Awad.
They helped Benson with his stand-up. They helped him in the grappling and getting the fight to the ground. Benson landed a lot of hard shots on Syed. Shots to the leg. Shots
A lot of people think I'm French because my last name is French. Doesn't mean he's necessarily French, though. I have like 1% French in me. My last name is French. I'm half Seneca Indian and half Italian with a tiny percentage of French. Cerrone is in Bellator? No. Did somebody say Cerrone's in Bellator? Did I say that? Cool, RS. You definitely have good English. Benson had to lose his toothpick because his toddler son was imitating him. At first, I thought Tony Ferguson was Italian. Cerrone, I'm pretty sure, has 2 fights left on his contract in the UFC. I think you're right. I think he talked about possibly retiring after that. Funny how Masvidal's fight diet used to be Burger King, and then when it got close to the fight, he would eat Taco Bell. Serious? Oh, God, I would never eat Taco Bell before a fight. Guys, we're all here to have a good time. Stop with the bull comments. Just found out GSP loves McDonald's. You're going to piss Mike off. If Benson would have beat Anthony, he would have a better legacy. I think you guys are pretty professional for how many people. We have 58 people in here. And honestly, I know sometimes we get off track. You guys are some of the classiest fans on YouTube. There are some toxic channels out there. And I just want to say thank you to you guys that keep it classy. And it's fine to have a joke every once in a while. I don't mind that at all. I'm not a DC hater and don't like Jones either, but Stipe is deserving of a rematch. Absolutely. And I almost have to remove myself from that conversation because Stipe is my favorite fighter, but I do think it's BS. Hey, Mike, you look marvelous. Well, thank you, Daniel. The great Daniel Cormier at Arcade Chaos, the steroids, Jones and his teammates and his brothers used to do a lot more than muscle building as well. Gonna switch to PFL after Bellator. I'm not sure if it's still gonna be on. You're home already, David? At Arcade Chaos. It changes your brain chemistry. Also gives you training, gains agility, visual gains. Who is that in there? Oh, I thought I heard David. Oh, you guys are both here? Oh, it's Megan. I thought Rebecca and David's here. David's was on his homecoming date, and apparently he's brought her home. I'm not sure if he knew I was here. I think we might have spoiled the party here. Oh, they're really going to get nervous now. Nothing. Diarrhea dehydrates you, so Taco Bell works. That's why people call DC the natty goat, because he isn't a cheater like Jones. And Duet Modelo Y. DC going to put him to sleep again. Thank you. I agree 100%. My great talks. Thank you, D-Bron. And no surprises here. Unanimous decision for Benson Henderson out of Seattle. And he looked very good tonight. Winner by unanimous decision, moves to 26-8. What's next for Benson? Terrence Crawford is fighting, says third time. You're right. You can still take steroids and not have the physique. You can use it for reflexes. Take it and work on reflexes or other things. I've heard different kind of steroids do different things. No, that wouldn't happen again, JDC. The fight was not competitive at all. DC going to sleep that boy again. DC, get his money. Whoops. I don't see DC getting past Stipe if they fought again.
How you gonna explain to them? Oh, well, you know, this guy talked to me bad, so I jumped off the cage.
Oh, Benson Henderson calling out Khabib and Conor for being bad influences on our young viewers. Oh, wow. Benson Henderson using his... I'm going to turn this up.
You are professional athletes. You got to hold yourself to a higher standard.
Let's talk about how tough Syed was. You had him 2 times.
Wow. Benson Henderson having a come to Jesus moment with the UFC here. And Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor. And surprisingly, maybe a little bit of booze out of the crowd here. Maybe booze and a lot of silence. I'm right with Benson Henderson. I like to be entertained, but keep it in the cage.
I'll tell you what, that was your most impressive performance here in this Bellator cage.
Whoops, I don't see DC. Oh,
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen.
Stipe's steak want a fluke. One fight can be, though. Can be busted. If you look at Stupid Me Ultra, his face after half a round fighting DC, he looks like he's been through a 5-round war. Wasn't a fluke is what I meant. Oh, I hear you, Ned Modelo. I don't know. He just caught him at a great time. Oh my God, a Stupid Me Ultra Stupid Me Out Church. Young David making us proud. He looked great in today's photos with Megan. Hi, guys. Dean says hi, David. David?
Tell him I say hi.
He says hi. Did you know I was here?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Hi, Megan. How you doing?
Go find your wallet.
No, you're good. Don't be sorry. Oh, did he have to come back to get his wallet?
Yes, and he can't find it now.
Oh. Well, that's a nice dress. You look good.
Thank you.
Oh. 2 deluded Stipe cuck boys who lie to themselves to make... Oh, my God, DC. Are you serious right now, DC? PFL is on right now. Yes, it is. Never mind. Hey, genius. I know. I wish I could do them both at the same time. JT says, the pimp David. DC is good, but let's not get carried away. Jones is the real deal. Stipe fanboys will cope to deal with the red pill. Benson the man. Stipe Miocic, his face after fighting half a round with DC, looks like he's been in a 5-round war. Stipe isn't the real deal. He got slept and outclassed. Jones isn't the real deal. He needs to cheat and use drugs. DC the real. How is Stipe Miocic not the real deal? DC.
Are they contagious? I don't think so.
Come on now. DC is way better than Jones. Just Jones is a giant. What do you think Rory should do next? Rory's got some soul searching to do, I think, JC. He said, JT, he admitted, in his own words, he said he froze in that fight. That's not a good moment for a fighter, especially when you've felt the lights of the biggest fights in the UFC, and now you're freezing in a Bellator fight. I mean, it could be a fluke thing. It could be a TBI thing, though. TBI is known to increase anxiety, of course, impulsiveness, and some fighters start to get gun shy. I hope that's not the case with Rory, and maybe he misspoke. But I was a little worried about him saying he froze. First of all, look at the people DC has beaten. JT, go to UFC. Benson getting booed. Yeah, that is crazy. Not everything is black and white, even if Benson is mad at Khabib. GDC, do you have an altar for DC in your bedroom? Oh, that is great. Look at the people Jones has finished. It sounds like they were booing UFC. Yeah, they were booing... oh, maybe they were booing UFC. I got you, D. Brown. That makes a little more sense. Why shouldn't everyone give DC the props he deserves? Look at the failed tests and red flags of Jones' career. I've always given DC credit. I'm just saying I think Stipe is one of the greatest heavyweights as well. DC has to fight Cain Velasquez. Otherwise, he is just another fighter. Tell young David congrats. I will, Robert. Thank you. Give him cash. At Arcade Chaos, they do have a lot of fans that support this chat. Just typically has DC haters for some reason. I don't think there's over-dominantly DC. I'm certainly not a DC hater. I said going into DC and Stipe that was a great fight. But the worst part of it, I said the whole time, was that I didn't want to see either one of those guys lose. I think they're both stand-up, classy guys. And you want to talk fight styles? You know, DC caught him. He won, and Stipe does have to prove something now. Modelo says, I'm not a Stipe fanboy by any means. I just know that fight was a fluke. Well, he recognized a tendency in the tape of Stipe Miocic, and now that's something that Stipe has to fix. Tendencies are very hard, just like when DC kept dropping his head down against John Jones. And John Jones told him, he said, I'm going to head kick knock you out because you have a tendency to drop your head. He literally told him what he was going to do to him. Daniel Cormier acknowledged it, said, you're not going to head kick knock me out. And then John Jones head kick knocked him out. Daniel Cormier's habit was so ingrained that he was not able to break it. Now, that could be the case with Stipe Miocic, and if I was Daniel Cormier, honestly, I wouldn't have made such a big deal about it. I would have shut my mouth up. I think he gave Stipe a freebie, and maybe that's because he thinks he's not going to fight Stipe again. We love DC, just not as much as you. I agree, Mario. Where's the beer? Here's the beer. Beer. I like beer. So sue me. Hey, hate him or love him, he deserves to be given his props. That's all I'm saying. And in my opinion, he could probably beat any fighter out there. Ed Archangel, stupidest thing I've ever heard. They are brothers, and Kane hasn't fought in a long time. He knew you were there. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Right, JT? UFC rock. Then DC has to beat Brock Lesnar. The DC haters will only say, but I love DC. No, you don't. You try and smear his name and his accolades. You seem to have a almost unhealthy tie to Daniel Cormier. I appreciate you, greatest, but some guys really get connected to fighters. RS will admit it, his bias towards Ryan Bader, and we've had a few guys that would love to spend some cuddle time with Conor McGregor in here. And like I said, you know, I'm a big Stipe fan. You're a big Cormier fan. I get it. Kane who? I think DC ducked Gustafsson, to be honest. Okay, Mario, you were just trolling. Well, why is DC fighting Derek Lewis? And I'm not trying to troll you here. Well, actually, I'm going to pass that question off to you. The greatest Daniel Cormier. Why is Daniel Cormier facing Derek Lewis? Go. Stipe and DC are great fighters for sure. I ducked Gustafsson, Archangel. I have no understanding why people are so high on Kane, especially DC. I know he's his friend and all, but business is business. If I had to run through one of my best friends to prove my goat, then yes, thank you, Dean. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe, and do not unsubscribe from Fights with Friends. I am still uploading DVR videos over there, and I will continue streaming over there starting November 18th. Thank you, Dean. Mario says he loves DC, but constantly throwing shade. He's a 4chan nerd. Wow. Come on, man. Keep it classy. Keep it classy, GDC. Thumbs up, you casuals. And yes, boo UFC, that WWF show. Props to Benson Henderson, man. And he is a classy dude. He's a classy family guy. He does a lot of things. I don't know if you know this, JT, but if you want to catch Benson Henderson, one of the best places to catch him is actually over at Children's Hospital And young David has had a series of surgeries from some urinary things he was born with. He's got most of that taken care of now, but he spent a lot of time in children's. And we miss Benson Henderson when he was there, but he was there in the cancer ward one day when we were there. We were hoping he would come over. Russell Wilson also spends a lot of time there. What's up, Cold World 5? Is he actually showing the fire? What does it look like, my friend? You're off the chain right now, DC. I've been in a lot of chats, and this chat's only smearing DC versus the other. Yeah, haha, you know it's true. So you can't say much. All right, man. If you look hard enough in the back of that black microphone right in front of him, you see. I wonder if Kane will return anytime soon. I hope so. He's had a lot of back injuries. I don't know. I just don't see that being a good move for him to go to the WWE. I mean, that's worse on your back than MMA. Unless he thinks he's going to get one of these sweet Lesnar deals where he only has to show up 3 or 4 times a year. I don't see him being that kind of character, though. And he's never been outspoken on the mic. John Jones told him, all right, guys, up next, Chael Sonnen versus the last Emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. Oh, my God, if you guys are watching this, this suit is so hideous. Oh, my God, the promos they're having Chael Sonnen do right now. I like Chael Sonnen, but my God, he should be embarrassed of this. This is absolutely cringeworthy. Wow, and Chael, you know, Chael's a good smack talker. Let him do his thing. You know, at the end of the day, like I've said before, you know, let him do his thing. I don't know why they put him in that damn suit. He should have vetoed that suit. And it's a jinx. Everybody knows it. Look what happened to Apollo Creed. Come on. He fought a Russian in that suit, and he died. John Jones told him, you hear that? Jones is a great guy, only when he wants to do what you think, Mike. What's up, AT Wrestling? Oh, what do I think? Jones is a great guy, only when he wants to... Well, I don't think John Jones is a great person. Honestly, as a person, I don't have a whole lot of respect for John Jones. I used to be a huge John Jones fan, and he really let me down over the years. I was pretty much done with him after the last Daniel Cormier fight. As Benson Henderson, like he talks about, you know, being an example to the children. I was telling my kids were pretty upset because they were both going for DC in the rematch. There you go, GDC. See, I teach my kids to be Daniel Cormier fans, but think what you want. No, they were upset. I tried to calm them down, tell them how, you know, this was a redemption story. They had been John Jones fans in the past. They were not anymore. So they were pretty upset by that, and I tried to sell it off as a redemption story and everything, and then John Jones got popped, made me look like an idiot. So, I don't know. It is what it is. DC versus Fedor, Bellator versus UFC. Daniel Cormier would destroy Fedor now. Everyone likes DC. There are a lot more people who hate Jones and play down Stipe. Difference is, Jones said that years before and used drugs. DC said he'd KO Stipe the night before. When DC did the cake and chicken song, how could you hate him? I don't really see how you can hate Daniel Cormier. Mario, I've always buried you, bro. Watch it, JDC. JDC, you're talking about a guy that's been in here for about a year, and you're a rookie. So that goes somewhere in here. Jones is a waste of everything, Sarcade. I agree. You about as irrelevant as Mario, bro. Benson's a father now, so it changed. Who's irrelevant, GDC? I prefer ranch Doritos. Ketchup chips are the bomb. That sounds absolutely disgusting, Jason. Kane looked great against Travis. I wish he could be consistent. Kane, I can take him or leave him. He's never really impressed me much one way. His cardio's off the charts, though. And he mauled JDS in those 2 fights. Terrence Crawford fight is on, too. Take some uppers and Pepsi and see if you can call 3 fights at once. I don't know how many of you were here when I tried to call 2 events at once. I literally tried to call Bellator and UFC at the same time, and it was a train wreck. It was early in the channel, but it was not good. It was not good. So I will promise I will not. I might give updates here and there, but I will not try to do that again. Mike Kamon Lewis will probably give DC more of a fight than Stipe. DC is taking the fight that's presented to him. Your boy got absolutely trashed and destroyed. Because Derek was supposed to lose and they want DC to beat Lewis and retire. They want an easy fight for Daniel Cormier, and I'm calling this from an unbiased position. Okay, say I might have a little bit of bias for Stipe, but why is it Derek Lewis? Obviously, they don't want him to lose that fight. They promised him that big money fight against Brock Lesnar, and they know it's an easy fight. Because Derek was supposed to... sorry. Bellator truly is a UFC retirement home. Especially at heavyweight, man. His style is boring, Sarcade. Are you going to stream Wild and Fury fight December 1st? I will. I'm going to do that one. Mike, for the Stipe fight, you were talking about Stipe was genetically superior. Then he got killed in front of... I was talking how he was genetically superior. I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, DC did say he wasn't going to fight Stipe on that short amount of time because he would need more time for Stipe. Thank you. Odds getting real close. Fedor minus 183, Sonnen plus 154. Wow. My internet went out. Well, WTF. Oh, I'm glad it's back, TJN. Damn. How about them Nuggets, comedic? Lots of money coming in on Sonnen. Yeah, those odds started out almost 3-1 in favor of Fedor. So that's a lot. Oh, and Chael Sonnen, here comes the hype train. I'm going to trim this up a little bit. All right, I'll turn that up a little bit here for the American Gangster. I got to let my dog out.
Now making his way to the cage, the American Gangster, Wrestling. Some more wrestling and a great guillotine. 47th professional fight for Chael Sonnen, just his second as a heavyweight.
Well, that really doesn't matter. It's the experience that he's had in the cage with superior fighters that makes Chael Sonnen who he is. He has fought some of the very best in Anderson Silva. You look when he fought Paul Lafila when he was undefeated and gave him his first loss. He is a smart fighter, outstanding wrestler. He's got good submissions, and he can cause anyone trouble. And his speed in the heavyweight division is what makes...
All right, and this channel's not monetized anyways. Looks like I'm going to get a strike for that music. I don't know what music, but I got a notice on the music. Somebody's already made a claim. They have not taken the stream down though. They just want my money, and there's no money coming in on it. So joke's on them. Okay, let's all be real and honest. Stephen Bay Miocic was the GOAT of heavyweights. That's not saying much. What are you in 3 fights in a row? Give me a break. Heavyweight division is a joke. Good point, Arcade. And here comes the last Emperor, and the lights are off. Kane has a titanium cage around his spine. 360 MMA, true. Also, DC isn't going to go against UFC and Dana's outlook often. That's why they give him a deserved money fight. Chael always been cringeworthy. I didn't realize how many Chael haters I had in here. First of all, DC is undefeated in heavyweight. If he would have the belt and wasn't retiring so soon, he'd probably be the GOAT hands down easily, especially if he never moved down to light heavyweight. Chael is a clown. AK is such a legendary gem, absolutely. I actually met Wilson Mike. Oh, that is cool. I'm a huge Russell Wilson fan. I have 2 of his jerseys. Chael was the cringe king. Oh, God. Chael thinks he is in Hogan-era wrestling. Chael is MMA's Ric Flair. Woo! Gotta have that in every once in a while, right? Thank you, Jason Azevedo. That is the Fights with Friends channel. Anybody who hasn't been there, yes, check it out. Thank you. I thought tapping out ended the round. If I had known it ended the fight in its entirety, it never would have happened. Chael Sonnen. Oh my God, that is... He's close, AT Wrestling says you should block GDC. I would. I hear you. Let's go, Fedor. Chael Sonnen, it's good to see you. Hawani, it's good to be seen. DC Skirt of Jones. Guten Tag. Chael was wearing the suit in the cage. Oh, no, I haven't seen the suit. Keys to victory, Fedor. Counters wrestling. Keep it standing. Chael, pretty much wrestle. Keep him down. No more cardio. This is Bavarska. DC isn't scared of nobody. You just kick their asses. I don't know how they announced Crawford, but they are on commercials. Oh. Well, this one's quick. Fedor Emelianenko, 42 years old, 6 feet tall, 236 pounds. Chael Sonnen, 41 years old, 6'1", 227 pounds. Fedor will have a 3-inch reach advantage, 76 to 73. No pain, no gain. Fedor minus 172, Sonnen plus 145. Damn. Will Fedor gas. All right. Hello, everybody. This is Mike with Fights with Friends here for the main event. Chael the American Gangster, Sonnen, versus one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, Fedor Emelianenko. Notable wins for Chael Sonnen, Rampage Jackson, Vanderlei Silva, Michael Bisping, Shogun Rua, Brian Stann, Nate Marquardt, and Yushin Okami, including submissions in the first and second round over Shogun and Brian Stann. The American Gangster. And a mix of boos and cheers from the crowd. And I don't expect this man to get too many boos. The legend, notable wins, Frank Mir, Andrei Arlovsky, Mirko Krokop, Mark Hunt, Antonio Rogero Nogueira twice, Tim Sylvia and Pedro Hizzo, Mir, Arlovsky, Hizzo, all those guys, first round. One of the greatest heavyweights in the history of MMA fighting, the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. Oh, and JT wanted me to let you guys know Burger King has 10 nuggets for $1. Just in case you were wondering. Everybody call your shot. Who do you think's going to win the fight? The American Gangster. Fedor's about to turn Chael's chin and roll his eyes in the back of his head. Why does Chael, okay, like Matt Hughes' brother? Oh, God. Fedor by decision. Crawford getting whooped. Damn. All right. Remember when Chael was on PEDs? Yes, he was. Oh, big one here for Fedor! Chael Chael was on the ground already, seconds into this first match, and Fedor says, "Get up!" And Chael does it. Chael moving in, throwing punches, letting his ego get the better of him, lands a right hand, falls down to the ground. Chael looks scared. Chael throws a little left hook there that misses. Oh, Fedor clinches him, grabs Chael with one arm and swings him to the ground. Fedor throwing haymakers, big right hand for Fedor, and Chael gets a takedown. Fedor flips him around and gets on top, and Chael Sonnen is underneath, one of the greatest heavyweight MMA players of all time. Welcome to the Legend Leagues, Chael P. Sonnen. Fedor looks like a man possessed tonight. And he's going to stand back up from dominant position, and he's going to stand back up, and Chael shoots for the takedown again. And Fedor just throws him with an agoshi, grabs him and throws him to the ground. Fedor making Chael literally look like a child. Lands a right hook. Right uppercut for Fedor. Chael continues to move in. Chael Sonnen gets a single leg on Fedor. Oh, now he gets up on top of Fedor. Chael's got his back. Fedor Emelianenko was completely done. Oh, and then he does some kind of weird flip. Puts himself in a horrible position. Fedor with brutal ground and pound. Huge shots from Fedor. I thought he might stop the fight there for a minute. I don't know what Chael was thinking. He had dominant position. He did some kind of weird flip. I don't know if he was trying to get a submission or something, but in history, flipping and spinning shit and Chael Sonnen do not mix. Keep it simple, Sonnen. And Fedor Emelianenko has been absolutely dominating. Oh, big right uppercut from Fedor as they get up, and they are back in the center of the cage. Fedor lets him up. Chael misses a big left hook. Excuse me, Chael. And Fedor lands the left uppercut. Chael goes for a leg kick. Misses a straight left. Good head movement there from Fedor. Oh, Fedor might be a little tired. Misses a right hand. Chael goes for the takedown. He picks up Fedor and dumps him. Did Fedor expend too much energy at the beginning of the fight? And Chael is in the half guard of Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor has great submission skills. And Chael's won a lot of fights off just taking people down and basically grinding and holding them here. But Fedor had enough moments at the beginning of this round that even if Chael finishes the last minute and a half on the ground, unless he does something devastating, I think Fedor got this round. And Chael lands a right hook, but Fedor is holding Chael down. He's holding his head, pulling him into him. The referee... Oh, I was going to say the referee should stop this, and Chael moves to full mount, and then Fedor reverses him. Fedor is now on top in Chael's guard. And let's take a look at Fedor Emelianenko's ground and pound. Oh, he stands up. Fedor says, come on, go ahead and get up. Oh, Fedor throws a huge right hand, misses. Chael down again. Rights and lefts hooks. Oh, Chael gets out of the way. And Chael trying to take Fedor down again. Fedor landing hammer fists. Oh, big left hands from the Last Emperor. Chael covering up. Hammer fists. Huge strikes from the Last Emperor. Dan Margliata is telling Chael to defend himself. Hammer fist, big left hand. It's all over! Fedor Emelianenko moves on to the championships in the Bellator Grand Prix. Fedor Emelianenko, first round knockout win over Chael P. Sonnen. What a matchup that will be. It will, and this crowd is going nuts. There are people hugging each other in the audience. You can tell there was definitely an exorbitant amount of Fedor fans here, and the Russians came out in droves. You can see there's the Russians, the Hispanics. Chael's pissed off basically every race that's not white, I think, over the years. Oh, big right hand, big left hook right on the chin from the last Emperor. He landed some big shots. And I will say, being at heavyweight, Chael did take some good shots. But Fedor was just much stronger, much more powerful. Chael goes for a very strange move there. All right, I don't know if I'm going to go all the way back here. Sorry, guys. Listening, make a good manager. I don't know where this isn't anymore. Jimmy Mount, the South Heart. Has Chael been KO'd cold before? He wasn't cold, but he got knocked down now. Hard matchup for Chael. Chaos, don't forget. Fedor by TKO, end of round 1. Travis was picking that. Great pick, Travis. Chael has a very short reach for heavyweight. I love Milk. Chael started as a middleweight. Look, I'm not a Chael fan by any means, but I don't want him dying tonight in the ring. I just want him getting knocked the F out. Yeah, he's a small heavyweight. Get it, Chael. True Baxter. Fedor's resume is off the charts. Chael, the American Gerbil. I think Chael would win the rematch against Rashad, the original Khabib Fedor. Let's go. Chael by sub, 3rd round. Dean. Fedor by 1st round sub. Frank Trigg by KO. Balls deep. Fedor round 1 TKO. JT also called it. Chael looking like a kid. American Gangster. Yes, he was. Fedor by TKO. End of round 1. Might sound disgusting. Ketchup chips are actually awesome. Fedor's been a heavyweight. Chael's just visiting the division. Well, I think he just checked out. Best chips, hand down. Our Voodoo chips, I'm sure we've all seen them in the stores. I don't know what that flip was, Runyon. Chael has to hope. Fedor gasses. 322. That was some great old man fighting, doing flips and shit. Where is Fedor? Okay, Lewis might be an easy fight for DC, but Lewis isn't an easy fight for anybody. 1 punch. Chael lost. If he dies, he dies. And that last fight against Volkan was a #1 contenders match. So whoever one was going to fight DC next, what's the big deal? Lewis has a chance. All right,
And try Oreo chocolate candy bars.
Yes, you predicted correctly, JT. Great win by Last Emperor. Chael wasn't a heavyweight. Glad that you didn't enjoy the fights with you. Glad to have you here, TJN.
Sorry, the cold makes him a little hoarse. Hotels.com. You do you and get rewarded.
I almost spit on my drink when you said Chael, the American Gerbil. Chael faked it. Why did Chael look so slow and soppy? He's old. Early stoppage? I don't think so. Not at all. Fedor's judo is no joke. He just tossed Chael around. Yeah, he did. I couldn't watch it. I don't know if it's because he got caught early or what. He definitely got caught a couple times. Time for LOL. All right, guys. Fedor Emelianenko moves on to take on Ryan Bader in the finals, January 26th in Madison Square Garden. That will be a great moment. 4:46 of the 1st round. Now Rampage versus Chael. Watch. I'm heading out. Talk to you next time. See you, TNT. Benavidez versus Crawford, round 6, ESPN, Mike. Fedor didn't know that he couldn't observe. All right. Keep being money. Well, thank you, TJN. And they're translating over. I'm going to switch over to the Terrence Crawford fight. It looks like, sounded like he was in a little bit of trouble over there. No disrespect to Fedor Emelianenko's interview here, but this is a pretty big boxing match in session right now. And if there's any time at the end of that, I'll try to catch the end of PFL, or we'll at least try to get some results and talk about that.
Now he gets right into the kitchen of Benavidez.
All right, it is round 6.
Round number 6.
Terrence Crawford and Benavidez Jr. over here on Top Rank ESPN. I'm going to change the... Oh, nice 1-2 there from Benavidez. Few seconds left. Oh, nice right hand to the body there from Crawford. And a great combination from Crawford. He's got fast hands. Benavidez Jr. just puts his hands up. Says, what was that? And that lets you know that it bothered him. When they act like it didn't bother him, it bothered him. Give me a minute. I'm just going to change our graphics and everything here. In between rounds, so anybody tuning into this, so it's Terrence Crawford versus Jose Benavidez, or Jose. I'm not sure which one he goes by. Different guys go by different things. But apparently there was some shenanigans at the weigh-in. Crawford, I believe, threw a punch. I could be wrong on that. It could have came from the other way, but I think it was Crawford.
Good first half of this world title fight. And now, as Andre Ward said, this is when it really happens. In fact, let's bring in the scorecard of the former 2-division world champion.
All right, let's see what they got. Ward has it 58-56 for Crawford with the last round a 10-10. This is a close fight. This would be a huge upset if Terrence Crawford was to drop this fight to Benavidez.
Nowhere to go but back. While Crawford controlling the lead foot, getting outside of the left foot of Benavidez.
And that gives him position to do just that.
Yes.
To land the straight left hand. He has had so much success already with the right hand to that left flank.
Nice right hand from Crawford there. Just going to change up our graphics here real quick, and we'll be in the middle of another world title fight here.
We see a lot of boxing dads who have sired one champion, but to my knowledge, there's none that have sired two.
And I believe, Robert, you are a big fight fan. I believe you're a boxing fan as well.
Outrageous life story himself.
All right, we got that switched over. Oh, nice combination from Crawford in the center of the ring here. Minute 15 left in the 7th round. Benavidez, good head movement, getting out of the way of the right there. Nice left hook there from Benavidez. This is a much closer fight so far than most people expected, I think. It's for the WBO Welterweight Championship of the World. If you want to follow along, this is Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. Oh, nice jabbing from Crawford. Benavidez trying to throw it out there, but Crawford staying just out of reach. Nice right hand to the body from Benavidez. Oh, and a great combination from Crawford. Benavidez landed a right hook in there, but Crawford got the better of that combination.
30 seconds here of round 7.
20-some seconds left here. Oh, another great combination there from Crawford.
That's a huge mistake.
He's tired.
He is tired.
And if you do that, you're going to have offense coming right at you.
It was from all
Crawford throws a big 1-2 and misses. But they were saying Crawford. Oh, nice right hook to the body from Benavidez. A right hook up top from Crawford. And they exchanged at the bell. All right, guys. I just need to switch my... switch everything over here on YouTube, and we'll be in business.
CashNetUSA.com, man. I help when money's tight. If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
And see Jose Sr. and Jr. trying to gather themselves after a very fine-looking 7th round from Bud Crawford, Tim.
There it is. Crawford right here, making a miss, making a pace short.
Oh, for a second, I thought my stream was suspended. It was still on the old channel.
Yeah, you know the facial expression just means that, hey, you're getting to me. That's all that means. You're getting to me.
If you look at the facial expressions,
All right, this is one of the bigger fights in the welterweight division in boxing here.
Round 8. Is this the start of where Crawford takes control?
I'll tell you what I do see from the facial expressions.
And they said Crawford early
The same real, the same confidence, the same type of willingness to attack.
invested in the body a lot.
Bring up like that doesn't work out so well when you're in with a pound-for-pound great.
You become an instant punching bag. But you see the fundamentals of Terrence Crawford.
So we'll see if that slows Benavidez down. Benavidez known to have a pretty good gas tank.
Is outlanding him 93 to 63. And that gap looks like it's going to continue here.
Crawford, good head movement here. Just throwing that jab out. Oh, nice left hand to the body there for Crawford, the southpaw.
It's also something we've seen
Doing a very good job of measuring.
facial expressions.
Here's Crawford. Benavidez trying to taunt him, putting the head out there, doing all. None of that scores any points.
Fatigue. Noticeable how it's changed. You know who else notices it? The guy opposite.
Crawford barely misses the 1-2 there. Lands a nice right hand. About halfway through the 8th round here.
Can still punch though.
Oh, better believe it. You always have a chance in this game. Benavidez.
And Benavidez, he's got kind of a weird style, trying to measure Terrence Crawford. I haven't seen anybody try that with him. I don't think that's such a good idea.
Earlier tonight with that right hand to the body.
We'll see. Crawford's got lightning fast shots. Oh, nice right hand there from Benavidez, and Crawford answers with the right hand of his own. Oh, beautiful combination. Straight shots and hooks, and Benavidez breathes like he's mad, but you got to do something about it. He's shaking his head.
Benavidez put those earmuffs on.
You got to keep moving. You got to keep those hands up. Oh, Crawford right uppercut and a left hook there.
But Crawford, this is his second fight at 147. He's still proving
Benavidez trying,
the division.
trying to give Crawford different looks here. Walking in with his hands down, though. Now he's getting them up.
Benavidez really just stalking right in front of Crawford.
Oh, nice combination there from Benavidez.
Crawford did the smart thing by
And then he holds.
him bodying up and tying up Benavidez.
Crawford's tied Benavidez up when he came in and landed a combo, and Crawford lands the right hand there. Benavidez answers back with a jab. Nice 1-2 there from Crawford. Oh, nice 1-2 and a beautiful combination of hooks there from Crawford, and Benavidez keeps shrugging his shoulders like it's no problem, but I don't know about all that. I gotta let my dog back in. Be right back, guys. fight. Benavidez is walking Crawford down, says Mario. He was. Pretty good fight. Chael was a legend for fighting all legends. Poor Fedor now has to face Bader. It's going to be so bad. I feel sorry for him. I meant flips and shit. Damn autocorrect. Just hoping Chael would at least make it to the second round. Let's go, Terrence. All right, they exchanged jabs several times here at the beginning of the round. And Crawford turning to like a sideways unorthodox style here now. He's really just trying to give Crawford different looks and trying to land the counterpunch here, trying to wait him out.
I think he's pretty much made a concession that the way to win this fight, in answer to Joe's question.
Oh, beautiful combination upstairs and downstairs from Crawford. Crawford doing everything here. And now he's smiling at Benavidez, saying, come on. Benavidez lands the jab, exchange jabs there. Oh, nice 1-2 there from Benavidez. And Benavidez has got big power. Nice combination there from Crawford. Benavidez gets one right hook in there, but... Oh, another great combination there from Crawford. Benavidez, nice right hook to the body there. Jab and a right hook. Seems to have slowed down, though. Benavidez continues to go to the body. Upstairs, then downstairs. Halfway through the 9th round. And they got Andre Ward as commentator here. You have to wonder where all that production team from HBO will go. Max Kellerman, Roy Jones Jr., George Foreman, Harold Letterman, and Jim Lampley. And they had one of the best production teams, at least as far as aesthetically. Oh, nice combination. They exchange combinations in the center of the ring. And this is what Benavidez wants. He wants to make this fight ugly and sloppy. Benavidez barely misses a big right hook there. Oh, nice 1-2 lands for Benavidez. Oh, Crawford comes back with a nice left hook to the body and a straight right up top. Oh, nice left hook from Benavidez. He caught Crawford right on the chin. Didn't seem to phase Crawford. Crawford lands a couple more jabs there. 25 seconds left in the 9th round. And like I was saying, I don't know if one of these guys is the hometown guy, but it sounds like the beginning of the fight was pretty close. Nice straight landing for Benavidez there. Final seconds of the 9th round. It sucks when I got to be a USA versus another country thing, and someone like Chael is representing us beyond the fact I like Fedor Emelianenko. Yeah, I hear the country versus country thing's a bit overplayed. It seems like they're trying to bring it back now, just because the other guy was talking mad trash at Arcade. Yeah, true, says DC. Arcade, you're back. I agree. I wish Chael would have made it second round. Jose mocked Terrence's sister. The Terrence talked about his mother during Benavidez' training session. Damn. I hate when I'm on here and people run it before he gets a chance to tell us what happened. I'll ruin it. Stay tuned for Chael's post-fight YouTube upload. He's probably going to upload the fight. Now, who has the fights? I got 2 nuggets for 69 cents. Oh, damn. Mike stays on top of his game. Thank you, Mario. I try. Even if Dutch guy's been flipping me a lot of crap lately. I guess I gave Chael too much credit. Yeah, I did too. And like I said, I flipped. I kind of slept on it. I had been picking Chael for whatever reason, and I slept on it, and I said that's just not the right choice. Oh, they exchanged power shots in the center of the ring here, Crawford and Benavidez. Nice left hook there for Crawford, and he's got Benavidez up against the ropes, and Crawford throwing combinations, Benavidez blocking most of these. I think Crawford smells a little bit of a trap. Benavidez calling him in, leaning up against the ropes. So I don't know if Benavidez's plan is to try to catch Crawford coming in, or maybe tire Crawford down a little bit. Oh, and now he flips out, and Benavidez lands a left hook and a straight right. That's what it was. He was trying to sucker him in, but Crawford too smart. Nice jab there from Crawford. Yeah, he blocked those. Oh, nice right hand and great job of ducking under the hook of Benavidez from Crawford. And a nice jab. And the greats, the true greats get better as the fight goes on. Oh, nice right hand there for Benavidez, though. Oh, and great combination from Crawford. Left hook and a big right hook on the chin. And a 1-2, and he ties up with Benavidez. Oh, beautiful right hook there from Benavidez. Or, excuse me, from Crawford. Oh, nice straight right and a left hook there from Crawford. 55 seconds left in the 10th round. 3-shot combo from Crawford. He's got Benavidez backing up against the ropes again here. Is Benavidez hurt, or is he trying to draw him in? Oh, beautiful combinations from Crawford. And Benavidez holds him, pushes, and then lands a right hand. 35 seconds left in the 10th round. Crawford flurrying uppercuts and hooks. He might be trying to finish it, and Benavidez comes out now. Eats a right hand right on the temple. Oh, big left hook and a short hook from Benavidez. Oh, and a big straight right from Benavidez. They are warring. This is what Benavidez wants. Nice 1-2 from Crawford. He might be slowing down just a tad. Oh, and they exchange hooks in the center of the cage. And Benavidez lands a nice combination. And Benavidez tries to draw Crawford in and finally gets what he wants. Fedor's another level animal, says Medell. Chael's a good fighter, but Fedor has too much power. Have a good night, all. Have a good one, Judd. Kevin Connors and Andre Ward at ringside. I call top guys. Oh, God, RJ. No man can stand in front of all punch from Fade. You put on boxing. Is it on Showtime? Oh, it's on ESPN. If you have ESPN, check it out. You too, Ned. Take care, man. Yep, ESPN. Thanks, guys. I got a second win quick. Terrence is super crisp. Yeah, he is. What about the weigh-in swing from Crawford? Is that assault? They need to get a handle on some of this stuff that's happening outside of the ring and outside of the cage. I understand a lot of it's for build-up, but it's going to get out of control. And it has gotten out of control. Obviously. Do a post-fight press conference. That's going to be a hell of a fight between Bader and him. Mike, is just always a pleasure as usual. Thank you, and until the next fight, people. All right, well, thank you for coming in, Arcade. I appreciate you being here. All right, 11th round, Crawford versus Benavidez. Crawford's landed 100 punches to 56. We got 2 more rounds here. Oh, great combination from Crawford. And looks like he is taking over the fight. Oh, nice combination of the body and up to the head from Crawford. And Benavidez might be tired. He's looking to fight in flurries. I think he realizes he needs a knockout now. Because Crawford dominated those middle rounds. Benavidez goes for a big right hand but misses. Oh, nice combination from Benavidez, though. And Crawford, Benavidez trying to measure Crawford, and Crawford measuring him back, pushing his glove up against. Oh, nice flurry there from Benavidez. He's trying to get Crawford in a war. Nice straight right from Benavidez. He got Crawford to exchange with him a little bit in the last round. Let's see if he can do it again. Nice right hand from Benavidez. And a 1-2 from Crawford. Halfway through this 11th round, and Benavidez is getting Crawford to engage much earlier. Nice combination there. Jab and left hook there from Crawford. And he's walking Benavidez down up against the ropes, right hand to the body. Crawford's showboating a little bit now. Hands down, dancing. And Benavidez wants him to come in. But, oh, big right hand for Benavidez. And Crawford comes back with a combination, but Benavidez caught Crawford with a good right hook. And Crawford gives him a little smile. I think Benavidez might have stunned him. Another right hook from Benavidez. Oh, and they exchange shots. Big left and a right hook from Crawford. Oh, and Crawford flurrying. Benavidez is drawing him into a war now. Big left hook to the body there from Crawford. Benavidez moving forward, trying to stalk Crawford down. Oh, beautiful combination there from Crawford. Straight punches and a left hook. And Benavidez, I mean, he keeps mean mugging Crawford, but that's not doing anything. Oh, big uppercut lands for Benavidez. He hits Crawford flush with a right uppercut. Oh, and Crawford lands a big right hook that almost floors Benavidez. They are giving the crowd a treat to end, and we're going to the final and 12th round. Sorry. Guten Tag, Bavarska. Too many comments, though. Timeout. The way Crawford cuts angles is a thing of beauty. That was nice, man. That was a nice check hook, the way he cut him off and countered on that angle. I'm surprised he didn't floor Benavidez on that. Benavidez got a hell of a chin. What's up, Blurry Vision? That sidestep at the end was sweet. Yeah, it was. R.I.P. Chael Sonnen. What's up, Blurry Vision? Let's go, Benavidez. Thanks for coming in. And did the words not change? I thought I changed the wording on this. Did it still say Bellator? Okay, no, we got, it's updated now. All right. Nice right hand from Crawford to start the round off. And now Andres, he's got Crawford winning the last 5 rounds, and now up 108, 102. Oh, wow! Benavidez, big left hook, straight right and a left hook, and that almost put Crawford through the ropes. Big straight right from Benavidez. Crawford is hurt, and Benavidez is stalking. Crawford throws a straight right there, but he was definitely stunned. Oh, big right hook, and Crawford comes back with a right hook to the head. What a comeback. What a crazy thing would that be if Benavidez pulled off the 12th round knockout. Oh, nice left hook there from Crawford. Flush on the chin. 2 minutes left in the 12th round. Oh, beautiful combination in the body and then to the head from Crawford. And Benavidez threw those power punches at the beginning of the round. How much energy does he have left? He seems to be waiting for one last-ditch effort. Oh, and he's turning that left hand up there, which usually means a fighter's going to throw the right hand. Oh, Benavidez goes for the straight right. Crawford, good job of moving out, but he lands the left hook there. Oh, Benavidez lands the right hook in the middle of Crawford's flurry there. Straight left from Crawford. Benavidez is the 1-2. I think Benavidez is winning this round, too, definitely, too. Oh, big right hand for Benavidez. Another right hand. Crawford landing a flurry, but I think Benavidez landing the harder shots. Right hand to the body from Crawford. Left hook back from Benavidez. Crawford landing the more punches. Benavidez, I think, the harder punches. Oh! Huge right uppercut. Benavidez is down! Crawford just flipped Benavidez over. I mean, and this crowd is going insane. You think MMA crowds get crazy. This is one of the wildest crowds I've seen. Big left hook from Benavidez. He's trying to finish Crawford. Or Crawford, excuse me, trying to finish Benavidez. Oh, big left hooks, right. He's flooring, 20 seconds left, and it's all over. Benavidez falls into the ropes. 12th round knockout for Benavidez Jr. And this crowd is ecstatic. Wow. And they just said, that man is the best in the world. Damn. Oh, they changed this good. He got dropped. Wow, Crawford won. Yeah, that was crazy. Crawford won. Yeah, that got very interesting. What an insane ending. So you got the great knockout from Fedor Emelianenko tonight. 12th round knockout from Terrence Crawford after going through a war. Great night of combat sports. I'm going to check out over at PFL and see if anything's going on over there.
Benavidez Jr. came in with all the talk and was game. He was 27-0. To steal the line from Raging Bull ain't pretty no more.
PFL is the finals over there for the $1 million. The $1 million tournament.
The incredible story of a complicated, hardened relationship with his mother. You heard what she said before this main event. She would take who could take her son. Not many took it. And now that guy has an 8-figure contract to be king. The pound-for-pound best with the Hall of Fame promoter, Bob Arum.
I believe Terrence lands an uppercut. A right uppercut, a punch he never threw.
A right uppercut just flips him over. And watch the replay on this. Oh, lands a huge right hook over the top. And another right hook when Benavidez gets up. What a display from Crawford. Yamasaki Benavidez less than 12 rounds is beyond me. A great night, Saturday night extravaganza. Well, thank you, Bavarska. Is there more fights going on? I think PFL is still going on. I'm trying to get over there right now. NBC Sports.
By way of technical knockout, still the undefeated WBO welterweight champion of the world, repping Omaha, Nebraska, Terrence Crawford.
Water over 9 minutes back of Lucy Charles, the leader. So
Oh, so look, it looks like PFL is over. All right. Well, hey, great night of fights from ESPN. PFL, everything else.
Hey, how's it going? You almost just hit that car in front of you.
Damn. Hey, thanks everybody. I'm gonna do a post-fight show in about 15 minutes here, I think. 7 does Rios MMA. Del Rios MMA about to start. What's Del Rios? What is that on? Not sure if that's on. Oh, it's on now. I actually have not heard of Del Rios MMA. I think I'm going to put together a quick post show for all the action tonight. Bellator, boxing, and PFL real quick here, 7. I'll be here for the post fight. Combat MMA, new organization. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna go off for now, and I will be back for a post-fight show here in a few minutes, and we'll talk some PFL and see who's going into the $1 million tournament. Albert Del Rios MMA Company. All right. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses in a few minutes.